He wanted the ball, so I was comfortable with it.
Dave.
Does he just come in after the sixth there, Aaron, and say, I'm good for the seventh? Is there a longer discussion than that, or how does that go?
It's a little bit of everything. Sometimes it's just, I'll say I'm making the move. He was pretty adamant about, no, I'm comfortable, and he's usually very, he's good at explaining where he's at or how he's feeling. And I think based off the way, certainly he was throwing the ball in the sixth inning where I thought he was in cruise mode. I thought after them making him work hard there in the first two innings, I thought he settled in and got in a really good rhythm with all of his pitches. And I felt like even still at the end was very sharp.
Just the way in the past three starts, I think that's the first run he's allowed in the last three times out, just the way he's pitched recently and what he's been able to do for you guys during that stretch.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, he's great. He's a great pitcher. And, you knew it was a matter of time, and even in the first few, there were a lot of good things that were in there that were bubbling, and it's good to see this come out now, and another really strong one by him.
Garrett Cole struck out 10 over 6 1/3, 14 strikeouts, counting the 2 by Loizaga, the 2 by Holmes. Strikeout total brought to you by the Global Lyme Alliance, striking out Lyme disease at GLA.org. The Yankees lineup for Game 2 has Aaron Hicks once again leading off. He's in left field with Esteban Florial starting the game in center. He is the designated 27th man for this doubleheader. He is batting in the 8th spot. Aaron Judge is in as the DH in Game number 2. Giancarlo Stanton is in right field. Josh Donaldson is back in at third base, so DJ LeMahieu will sit in this ball game. Gleyber Torres is back in there at second. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is at short. That's not the batting order. Susan and John will go over that for you a little bit, but these are just the substitutions for Game 2. And, of course, Jose Trevino is catching Game number 2 after Kyle Higashioka caught Game number 1. Garrett Cole, once again, turning in another strong outing. We mentioned the turnaround he's made since that start against the Tigers, in which he got knocked out in the second inning. Since then, it's been 6 2/3 scoreless, 6 scoreless, and 6 1/3 one run. Now, one run today certainly had to have bothered him, considering it came on the last pitch and came with a 1-0 lead. Let's listen in to Garrett Cole after his performance today.
Garrett, you had a solid outing, but it seems as though you're a little bit agitated.
Yeah, I just don't want to walk him there, but I also don't want to give up a homer. So, yeah, I've had a lot of good battles with him dating all the way back to Pac-12, and I got beat. So, but a lot of good today.
Gleyber comes up and makes it happen for you guys, but overall, you mentioned a lot of good. What do you take away from this outing and really your last three, where it seems as though you've been really dialed in?
Yeah, I mean, Gleyber's seeing the ball really well off lefties right now. It's a great swing. We had some traffic on them. I thought Dunning was pretty exceptionally sharp. I've never seen him that well, that good, certainly. We just couldn't push through, but I didn't think that we threw any at-bats away, and we stayed locked in and obviously pushed the last one across, which got us the win. As far as what we were doing today on the mound, I thought that really at times we could throw any pitch. I mean, the wind was affecting the cutter a bit today. I couldn't get it to really kind of go left through the wind, and then on the flip side, it was kind of helping the fastball. It was kind of blowing it like up and away the crosswind today. So I thought we used the elements well. I think we got a little cute in the second inning, but we made our adjustments and locked it back in and made a lot of good selections going forward.
Since you've been throwing that cutter more, have you ever dealt with that before?
To be honest, like the only time that I can recall really being like having pitches significantly affected by the wind is at Wrigley. But this is now like I pitched in some pretty challenging weather here, especially in this stadium, and it really swirls. I think in the outfield it was blowing pretty much in, but it was howling crosswind left to right today. And so it was just kind of, I found it fascinating. Usually you hear like knuckleballers talk about the wind, but Kyle was adamant that it was kind of holding up some of the break on the cutter, keeping the curveball more vertical. The slider was able to kind of pierce through it, and the fastball occasionally would catch a gust and really take off.
Dave to the left.
Garrett, what was the discussion like to go back out for the seventh. I don't know if you were just ready for the seventh.
Yeah, I mean, I felt really good. I think I executed every single pitch the inning before. I know we have a doubleheader today. I'm just, I'm like, just want to let him know, like, hey, man, I'm good. Like, and really executed pretty much every pitch going into that last inning. Obviously, it's just bad damage on a bad. Yeah, it's just bad damage on it. I just got beat, But I thought we overcame like some bad luck early to be able to be in that position. So so it was a good day.
Listen, Garrett Cole's not going to complain about the results, regardless of opponent, anything else. The way he's throwing and rebounding from that start against Detroit with 3 solid outings, he's lowered his season ERA to 2.67. I think you'll take that from where he is right now, and especially handing over to a bullpen that is solid, has now run a scoreless inning streak to, I believe it's just under 24 innings with today's appearances. They haven't allowed a run. The bullpen has not allowed a run in the month of May. Now, I know they've just had, 6 days off, it feels like. But still, in the month of May, the Yankee relievers have not allowed a run. Here we are a week in. Garrett Cole, Jonathan Loaizaga, and Clay Holmes combining for the victory today that the Yankees won 2-1 on Gleyber Torres' walk-off homer in the fourth. He is today's top performer, brought to you by Burden LLP Accountants and Advisors. Let them help you preserve wealth and reduce your tax liability. Game 2 coming up with Jordan Montgomery being opposed by Glenn Otto, who's a former Yankees farmhand, and Susan and John will tell you more about that. The Joey Gallo trade, of course, last year that sent a number of prospects over to the Rangers, and that is part of the story here as the Yankees realign their rotation after the days off. It's Montgomery in game number 2. Nestor Cortez pitches the third game of this series tomorrow, which is again is a 1 o'clock series finale on what was originally scheduled as an off day. Luis Severino and Jameson Taillon will start the 2 games against the Blue Jays this week, which are Tuesday and Wednesday. The Yankees are undecided so far. They need to call up somebody to start Thursday's game, which is the first of a 4-game series against the Chicago White Sox. And the White Sox are all of a sudden a very hot team. As we check out a couple of scores for you, the White Sox have won 6 in a row. They just finished off a sweep in Boston, beat the Red Sox 3-2 at Fenway. Boston's lost 5 in a row. They're sitting in last place in the American League East. The White Sox are back over 500 after their 6th straight win. They're 14-13. Toronto lost to Cleveland, 4-3 the final there. Toronto is now 17-13, so 4 games over. They're sitting in 3rd place in the East. Tampa Bay is in 2nd. They entered play today, just a game and a half behind the Yankees, although it was 3 on the loss side. Tampa Bay is taking on Seattle. That game is out west, and no score in the 4th inning. Some other finals today. Kansas City beat Baltimore 6-4, game 1 of a doubleheader. Houston shut out Detroit 5-0. Mets and Phillies playing a doubleheader because they were rained out as well. Phillies won game 1 3-2. Bryce Harper went 2 for 4, including his 6th home run of the year. Came in the first inning off Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer suffers his first loss as a New York Met. Braves beat Milwaukee 9-2. Cincinnati over Pittsburgh 7-3. Some early minor league notes for you. Rochester beat Scranton Wilkes-Barre 2-1. Hayden Wesneski threw 5 innings, 1-run ball, struck out 6. The 24-year-old right-hander is pitching to a 2.48 ERA at AAA. AA Somerset lost to New Hampshire 6-3 in the second game. Ken Waldachuk threw 5 no-hit innings and struck out 12. The 24-year-old left-hander is pitching to a 1.14 ERA at AA Somerset. Hudson Valley and Jersey Shore. Hudson Valley left-hander TJ Sikkema made his season debut through 2 scoreless innings. He hasn't pitched in 3 years for a couple of reasons. Well, 2020 was the COVID minor league season that was wiped out. 2021, he had a lat injury that forced him to miss the entire year. He was the 38th overall pick out of Missouri in 2019, and he's back on track, healthy, pitching 2 scoreless today. Bradenton beat Tampa 6-5. Jason Dominguez was 2 for 4 with a double for the Tampa Tarpons in that ball game. Game 2, Yankees and Rangers getting set to begin shortly. I told you again that it is Jordan Montgomery starting, and the Yankees lineup is Hicks, Judge, and Rizzo, Stanton, Donaldson, Torres, Kiner Falefa, Florial, and Trevino. So a couple of former Rangers. Joey Gallo played game 1. He's not playing game 2. Kiner Falefa and Trevino are in there for game number 2, facing their former team. And Susan and John will give you the Rangers and the full Rangers and Yankees lineup coming up shortly. In case you didn't see it, there was a play in the third inning today where a sharp drive by Corey Seager went off the first base bag, fielded by Anthony Rizzo over to Garrett Cole covering. That was the defensive gem of the game, and it's brought to you by SuperJeweler.com. Not just any jeweler, Super Jeweler. So that'll wrap up game number 1 here at Yankee Stadium. Yankees win it 2-1 on the homer by Gleyber Torres. Garrett Cole took a no decision. Jonathan Loaiza, Clay Holmes with the scoreless relief, and Holmes gets the victory. Coming up next, John and Susan will get you set for the second game as the grounds crew gets the field set for the second game. And game number 2's first pitch will be coming up at approximately 5:15. I'll rejoin you on the other side of that. We'll go through some more highlights from game number 2, full scoreboard, all of the usual stuff. So for Matt Shortis, for Paul Rosenberg, I'm Sweeney Murdy. John and Susan coming up again shortly. And we'll have game number 2, Yankees and Rangers. And let me once again wish everyone a happy Mother's Day. We're back with more in a moment on the WFAN Yankees Radio Network.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select 1-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $768, now $668. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plant offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
Back to the Grubhub spelling bee.
Word is enthusiastic.
Repeat in a sentence, please.
She was enthusiastic as her Grubhub order of tempura rolls looked and tasted crispy.
Enthusiastic. ENSUSHIASTIC. Enthusiastic. Woohoo!
On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
O'Reilly. Improve your gas mileage and save money with Fuel System Cleaner from O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Cleaner for just $10. Plus, earn double O Rewards points and get your next reward even faster. For a clean, lubricated, more efficient fuel system, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's Yankees baseball on the Fan.
Driven in the air to deep right center. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. And Stanton goes the opposite way. A Stantonian home run.
That was career homer number 350.
Fair over third. Down the left field line. 1 run scores Hicks. Here's Kiner Falefa racing around third. Low Castro. He scores. It is a 3-run bases clearing double by Kyle Higashioka. Then on the ground weakly to second. LeMahieu throws to first in time. Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
New York Yankees baseball is presented by Jeep. Freedom is a feeling, and the best way to truly feel free is behind the wheel of a Jeep SUV. Find out what true freedom feels like today with great deals during Jeep Freedom Days. And also brought to you by RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. The New York City Vision Zero Initiative. Switch and save with Spectrum Mobile. Nationwide 5G included. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com. Foxwoods Resort Casino, the wonder of it all. The Global Lyme Alliance, striking out Lyme disease at GLA.org. Black Bear Deli Meats and Cheeses. Enjoy the old world style flavor. Visit blackbeardeli.com to find a local retailer near you. Your local tri-state area Audi dealer. Burden LLP Accountants and Advisors. The New York Lottery. 877 Cars for Kids. That's cars with a K. To donate your car today. Baker Tilly, now for tomorrow. Mike's Amazing, the official mayo and mustard of the New York Yankees. Morningside Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Provident Bank, commitment you can count on. The Oderno Law Firm. Visit o2law.com. Hyundai and your local Hyundai dealers. And by Old Dominion Freight Line, the official freight carrier of the Yankees Radio Network.
And we're back. Game 2 coming up in about 5 minutes. And tonight's starting lineup sponsored by Quilted Northern Ultra Soft and Strong Toilet Paper. Premium comfort made sustainably. For Chris Woodward's Texas Rangers, Marcus Semien at short, and he is leading off. Adolis Garcia in right, batting second. Corey Seager is the DH batting third. Jonah Heim, the youngster behind the plate, batting cleanup. Nick Solak in left, batting fifth. Nathaniel Lowe is at back at first base, batting sixth. Andy Ibanez at third base in the second game, batting seventh. Charlie Culberson is at second, and Eli White is the center fielder, and he is batting ninth. For the New York Yankees, Aaron Hicks will lead off, and he'll be in left. Aaron Judge is the DH, and he is batting second. Anthony Rizzo at first base, batting third. Giancarlo Stanton is the cleanup hitter, and he is in right field. And today's cleanup hitter is brought to you by Winters Brothers, keeping Long Island clean and green. Visit wintersbros.com. Josh Donaldson back at third base, batting fifth. Gleyber Torres, the hero in the first game, is the second baseman, batting sixth. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa at short, getting to play against his old team. Estevan Florial will make his yearly debut here. He has not had an at-bat. He was called up. He's the 27th man, and he is going to play center field tonight, and he is batting eighth. And Jose Trevino also against his old team. He is behind the plate and batting ninth. Defensive alignment is sponsored by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Bethpage Federal Credit Union, offering great rates and low fees. Visit lovebethpage.com today. When the Yankees take their places in the field in just a couple of minutes, Hicks, Florial, and Stanton left to right in your outfield. Donaldson at third, Kiner-Falefa at short, Gleyber Torres at second, Anthony Rizzo is at first. And today's starting battery is brought to you by Interstate Batteries, every battery for every need. On the mound is Jordan Montgomery. Behind the plate is Jose Trevino. Now it's time for the keys to the game, brought to you by Audi. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local tri-state Audi dealer today. Well, this array of breaking pitches that Jordan Montgomery has to go along with the sinker, this should be an interesting matchup for him at this team that hits fastballs extremely, extremely well. But he has that great sinker and the curve. And Jordan Montgomery, 0-1, ERA of under 3, 2.88. So the key to this game is how is Jordan Montgomery going to go through this lineup. And, of course, for the Yankees, 26-year-old ex-Yankee Glenn Otto. He was over there in that Joey Gallo trade, too. 1-0. He's pitched very well. 2.89 ERA for Glenn Otto. So it's how the pitchers will negotiate these various lineups. Umpire alignment is brought to you by your Tri-Acura dealers. New umpire behind the plate. He was not in the first game. It'll be Quinn Walcott who will be behind the plate. Alan Porter is the first base umpire, and he is the crew chief. Jeremy Rehack at second, and Lance Barrett is the third base umpire. Today's national anthem was before the first game, and it was the United States Army Band, and it's brought to you by Tunnel to Towers Foundation, supporting America's heroes since 9/11. And the temperature now is brought to you by the Habitat Wireless Wi-Fi thermostat. You made your apartment a home. We'll make your home your habitat. Visit habitattechnologies.com. It is chilly. It is 50 degrees here in New York. The wind is blowing 25 to 30 miles an hour straight in. The flags in center field are blowing right into our booth. That's how far it's going. And kind of interesting, and it's going to be another game with that kind of wind. And I heard Garrett Cole talking about the wind. He said it was a howling crosswind going left to right through that whole game. And Jordan Montgomery has just led this team out to its positions once again. Hicks, Florial, and Stanton left to right in your outfield. Donaldson at third, Kiner-Falefa at short, Gleyber Torres, the hero of Game 1, at second. Anthony Rizzo is at first. Trevino behind the plate to catch Jordan Montgomery. I was listening to Garrett Cole after the game, and he was talking about Cole Calhoun, and he said, I didn't want to walk him. It was my mistake. He said, I've had a lot of good battles with him dating back to the Pac-12. And so, these guys, we forget. You figure, he's never seen him before. He's known him since they were in college. So, he knows probably when a guy says, I've had a lot of good battles with him, Cole Calhoun probably got the better of him more than a few times. And he didn't want to walk him, so he said, my fault. Threw him a too-good pitch. But, 355 feet down, it was barely fair. But his Garrett Cole's ERA now has gone way down again. It's down now to 2.67. So Garrett Cole getting back to where he was and where he should be, and it was just a terrific performance and a better performance by Gleyber Torres, who has now done that. Sacrifice fly wants to tie a game in the bottom of the ninth, send it to extras, and he's won 2 walk-off home runs for Gleyber Torres. I mean, how much better do you have to get? So here we go. We're coming to you live from the Provident Bank broadcast booth. And as Marcus Semien steps up to the plate, stepping up to the microphone is the voice of the New York Yankees. Here is John Sterling.
Well, Susan, I thank you. And once again, good afternoon, everyone. Late afternoon. The temperature in New York is 5:17 as we begin the second game of the doubleheader. Marcus Semien leads off, and here is Montgomery's first pitch. And there's a strike. Montgomery has pitched great this year. He has gotten very few runs with which to work. Semien at 192. My goodness. No homers, 8 RBIs. Half swing. Did he go? He did. Alan Porter set at first base. So the count 0-2. It was a tremendous first game for the Yanks for many reasons, and I'd be glad to go into them.
If you throw the ball.
Here is the 0-2 from Montgomery, breaking balls in the dirt. Boston lost. It's amazing. There are 12 games in the loss column behind the Yanks. Now, Cleveland came from behind and beat Toronto 4-3, so Toronto is 6 games back in the loss side. Pitch is low. And if you say to me, well, John, it's so early, what's the difference? Well, I don't know. I'd much rather be 6 up than 6 down. And in Boston's case, when you're 12 down, baby, you got a long way to go. It can be done. The pitch, Semien swings and misses, and Montgomery strikes out the first batter he faces.
And Montgomery's first pitch was 92 miles an hour. It was a 92-mile-an-hour sinker. Remember, speed is great for pitching, not for driving. Vision Zero Initiative reminds you that speeding ruins lives, so slow down.
Now, one away, and here is Adolis Garcia, who's batting second in the second game. And he cuts and misses strike 1. Montgomery is 0-1. Did that tell you how tough it is to win games? His ERA is 2.88. So he's pitched great for the Yankees, just doesn't get any runs. The pitch caught on and missed again, and the count 0-2. Montgomery, 5 games and starts, 25 innings, 20 hits, 5 walks, and 20 strikeouts. Anyway, he's pitched very well every time out. And deals 0-2
And the pitch missed outside 1-2.
Now, I'm almost sorry we don't get more than about 10 minutes to savor that victory in Game 1. I mean, that was just a tremendous game. Pitched great, fielded great, and then the walk-off by Glaber.
Pitch is looped over the head of Glaber's leap, and it's a base hit for Garcia. A looping single. He timed it. He went as high as he could, just over his glove. So there's a runner at first with one out. And here is Corey Seager, a lefty hitter with power. He is, I believe, no, there's one other. They have two lefties in the lineup. Nathaniel Lowe is the other lefty hitter. Heim, who's on deck, is a switch hitter. Now, three infielders on the right side against Seager. And he throws to first. Susan, isn't it amazing? Of course, baseball you play every day, so that's why it's really not amazing. But the Yankees are 6 up on Toronto on the loss side, didn't it?
I still think it's amazing.
Yeah, when we went to Toronto, it was like a battle for first place. The pitch to Seager is hit on the ground to second. Go to short. There's one. Relay to first. It's a double play. And boy, that was a tough double play. That was, the double play was 4-5-3. Donaldson was the middle guy. So, the DP 4-5-3, no runs, one hit, and no one left. End of a half in Game 2. Texas scoreless, and the Yankees are coming to batting on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Well, we thought the play at first base was close. Obviously, Texas did too. I don't know if they're looking at it yet. But Seager is at first base. And this instant replay review brought to you by Ramsey Mazda, one of the most awarded Mazda dealers. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
And the call is overturned, and we continue on.
And by the way, in looking at the replay, he was safe. Seager's foot hit the bag just as you saw the ball entering Rizzo's mitt. So I really thought he was safe. So it is a force out 4-5.
And everybody had left except Seager, who stayed planted on first base. And as they were looking at it, Higashioka Trevino must have seen what we saw, because he came back out. He just came back out with all his gear on and stood behind the plate. Now Rizzo was talking to Seager.
And I think that's good that they got the call right, and he was safe. Barely, but safe. Now here's the catcher, Jonah Heim. He is a big fella. He's a switch hitter batting right. And Montgomery deals, swung on and popped him up foul down the right field line, out of play.
And I looked up a couple of things. And Jonah Heim, who's 6'4", 220, he's a big guy. Amherst, New York, is a suburb of Buffalo. He grew up an avid Yankee fan. He's got 2 idols, Russell Martin and Jorge Posada. Switch hitting catcher.
Which Heim is. And it'll be an 0-1. And there's a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. So 2 outs. Heim on the year is 12 for 34. Only 34 at bats. He has 3 homers and 10 RBIs.
I'm 26 years old. Was actually drafted out of high school by the Orioles.
Here's the 0-2. Little grounded to short. And kind of Falefa throws to first to end the inning. So, No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. There, I've marked up my card for the second game. So at the end of a half, Rangers nothing, Yankees are coming to bat on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select 1-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $768, now $668. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plant offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
In growing companies, there's two kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
Back to the Grubhub spelling bee.
Word is enthusiastic.
Repeat in a sentence, please.
She was enthusiastic as her Grubhub order of tempura rolls looked and tasted crispy.
Enthusiastic. ENSUSHIASTIC. Enthusiastic. Woohoo!
On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
This is Derek's O'Reilly Auto Parts story. After the third time jump-starting my car, I finally realized my battery was dying. So I stopped by O'Reilly to have it checked. They tested it right there in the parking lot. It was bad, real bad. But they helped me find the right battery for my car and even installed it for free. Now my car starts like new.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The Barnes firm reminds you this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Are you injured? One call to make. The Barnes firm injury attorneys call 1-800-8-MILLION for a free case evaluation.
Well, it's our first look at right-hander Glenn Otto out of the Yankee system, as Susan told you. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 2.59. He's a right-hander, ready to pitch to Hicks, leading off with the Yanks, and Hicks takes a pitch outside. Otto, 2 games and starts 9 innings, so he hasn't pitched much. 6 hits, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts. 10 strikeouts in 9 innings. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
And he will deal 1-0 to Hicks. And the fastball way outside. 2-0. That was 92, that fastball.
Yeah, he doesn't throw much harder than that. He throws low 90s, fastball, slider, and curve, the four-seamer. He's only pitched 2 games. He went 5 innings on the 22nd of April and 4 1/3 on the 27th, so I don't know how built up he would be.
The 2-0 is cut out a miss. That was the breaking ball down and in, and the count 2-1. Otto will deal 2-1, and the pitch low inside, another breaking ball, and the count 3-1. So this is why Hicks a good leadoff man, because he takes pitches and gets on base, good on base percentage. Hicks at 254, homer, 5 RBIs, but he hasn't had a lot of at bats. So if he has a bad game, the average goes way down. Pitches low, and that wasn't close. None of the balls on that at bat were close.
And way inside to Hicks, all of them.
I know you won't believe this, Susan.
It's a first something.
Well, it's the first walk of the game is what it is. And that's brought to you by Route 22 Toyota, who ask why walk when you could be driving a new Toyota. Call 973-221-2525. or visit Route22Toyota.com today. Here is Judge, who is DHing in the second game. And he takes a breaking ball strike. Judge at 295, 9 homers, 19 RBIs.
Otto is actually from Houston. He was the Yankees' number 5 pick in 2017 out of Rice.
Here is the 0-1. And the pitch is fouled away, first base side. So the count 0-2.
Well, I can tell you something from just watching one batter. Mr. Otto is not in any hurry.
No, I kind of think that too.
I don't think we'll have him on getaway day.
Judge, by the way, here on Mother's Day, is swinging a pink bat. Now here's the 0-2 to Judge. Swung on, a fly ball to shallow right. Hustling in is Garcia to make the catch. Nice catch, foul territory, but he had to come a long way for that. So there's one down.
Yeah, we were just looking at that. I didn't think there's any way he was going to get that. He did go a long way with that. And that was right off the end of the bat. And Dolis was over by the warning track and got it right by the stands.
Yeah, that's kind of a long run. Now here's Rizzo with 1 on and 1 out. There's a throw over to first.
Well, one of the things the Yankees have done, and it's gone around the league, not necessarily that Hicks is going. He can't. I mean, he certainly can. But we're seeing an awful lot of throwovers, aren't we, John, over
Yes.
with the Yankees on base?
Yeah, and we've also seen the Yankees run more. Of course, LeCastro's on the DL. He's their great stolen base threat. And kind of Falefa runs.
And they throw over anyway. There's the times when they throw over when Rizzo is literally standing on the base.
Well, here is Rizzo. And he takes a pitch high, too. Rizzo at 245, 9 homers, 21 RBIs. So the Yankees have a runner at first. That's Hicks. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the first, no score. Well, he really is slow, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And he will deal 1-0. And the pitch is low. Runner goes. The throw goes into center field. Hicks started to go and holds up. As Eli White, playing center field, was there quickly. So there's stolen base. And, you know, the Yankees are doing so much more running than they did past years.
And it's all so different. It looks like a different team. I know that most of the people are the same, but it looks like a different team. They're using what Hicks can do. He walks, he gets on, he steals a base. The defense is great.
The defense is fabulous, and that's a big reason for the Yankees' success. The pitch to Rizzo is up high.
And Mr. Otto is behind everybody, which is not a good way to start.
Be a 2-1 to Rizzo. Hicks with a good lead as the pitch comes in low. Called a strike, though, by Quinn Walcott right at the knees, I guess. So the count 2-2. Well, the reason he's getting such a great lead is there are 3 infielders on the right side. And when Hicks takes his lead, he can see the nearest infielder on that side near second. He's not near at all. He can get any lead he wants. The pitch is hit him. It was a breaking ball down and in, hit him on the leg. So the Yankees have 2 on and 1 out.
And Rizzo gets hit a lot. By the way, that was Aaron Hicks' 3rd stolen base. And Otto is Otto has not been close to anybody. That one moved in and hit him right behind the back knee. And Heim is going out to talk to him, as is the pitching coach for Texas. And that is Doug Mathis. That might be the assistant pitching coach, because Doug Mathis is on the COVID list. They have a couple of pitching coaches, like most teams do. Their co-coach is Brendan Segara.
And that consultation on the mound was brought to you by the Barnes Firm Injury Attorneys. Call them today for a free consultation at 1-800-8-million. Here is Stanton with first and second and one man out. Bottom of the first, second game. Yankees won the opener 2-1. And the right-hander ready to deal. And a ground ball to third. Go to second, there's one. The relay to first, an easy double play. It's a 5-4-3 double play. And for the Yanks, no runs, no hits, one left. At the end of one second game, no score. On the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select 1-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $768, now $668. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plant offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
Now to the top of the second inning. Here's Nick Solak to lead off, a right-hand hitting outfielder.
There's ex-Yankees all over the place on this team. Nick Solak was the second baseman, but he's not going to play second baseman on this team now. So they moved him to the outfield.
And Montgomery deals a strike. Solak is 9 for 41, 2 homers and 3 RBIs.
Solak was the Yankees' #2 pick in 2016 out of University of Louisville, and he was traded to Tampa, then over to the Rangers.
The 0-1 grounded to third. Stabbed by Donaldson, who throws to first, 1 away.
Scoreboard update brought to you by Food Bazaar Supermarket, feeding your way of life. Visit foodbazaar.com for store locations. These are finals. Boston loses again. The White Sox beat them 3-2. 5th straight loss for the Red Sox. 6th straight win for the White Sox. Kansas City beat Baltimore 6-4 in the first game. They're just starting the second game. They are in Baltimore.
One down. Here's the left-hand hitting first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe, who hits a high fly to left toward the line. And Hicks makes the catch just before he hits the line. Right in the corner. He made the catch, and he didn't miss a home run by more than 5 feet. Right in the corner.
And Cleveland beat Toronto 4-3. Brian Shaw gets the win. Adam Simber takes the loss. Emmanuel Clase save number 6. Houston beats Detroit 5-0. For Houston, their 7th straight win. Oakland went to its 9th straight loss. Minnesota beat them 4-3.
Now here's Ibanez, and there's strike. Ibanez, a lot of guys play third and first, and that's what Ibanez does. He's a right-hand hitter.
Mets lost the first game in Philadelphia 3-2.
Here's the 0-1. Missed outside 1-1.
That's Max Scherzer's first loss. He goes to 4-1. Kyle Gibson gets the win. Corey Knebel gets the save. And it is now 2-1 Mets over Philly, the bottom of the fourth. They're playing a doubleheader. Pete Alonso had his 6th homer, Gene Segura his 3rd.
Pitch, cut on it, missed. Count 1-2.
Cincinnati won a game. They beat Pittsburgh 7-3. Colin Moran had 2 homers, one of them a grand slam, and he had 6 RBIs.
One, 2, missed low 2-2.
They are in the top of the 5th in San Diego. Miami leading 1-0. Trevor Rogers against Joe Musgrove. 3-2 San Francisco leading St. Louis. They are in the bottom of the 5th. And still to come, Dodgers at the Cubs.
Here at Montgomery, with 2 outs, no one on, top of the second, no score in game 2. Ready to deal 2-2 to Ibanez. Strike 3. Well, that's my fault. I shouldn't be umpiring. Quinn Wolcott, oh my goodness gracious, called that a ball. I guess it might have been a smidge inside, I guess. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, a fly ball to left center. Moving over is Florial to make the catch. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3. They go the Rangers, end of an inning and a half in game 2, no score. On the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
The Red Sox are back, and we have a brand new Red Sox podcast for you. What's up, everyone? I'm Steve Peralt.
And I'm Joey Capone.
Our new podcast, Inside the Monster, gives you a behind-the-scenes pass to all things Red Sox.
From player and personnel interviews to tons of vlogs and video content from Fenway and other parks around the league, we'll have you covered all season long.
Get ready for 2 new shows every week. Listen and follow Inside the Monster on the Odyssey app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
From Grubhub's glossary, Euphoria, the total bliss of food meeting your mouth and your expectations. As in, one bite of fettuccine sent Kevin into an overwhelming state of euphoria.
Mamma mia, that's good.
Satisfy all your food moods with Grubhub. On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
Hasta la pasta.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select 1-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $768, now $668. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plan to offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
Now we go to the bottom of the second inning. Josh Donaldson will lead it off for the Yanks. It'll be Donaldson and the hero of the first game, Gleba, and Kina Falefa. The pitch is a breaking ball outside to Donaldson. We're underway in the second.
Today's Yankees Radio Network Acme Markets home run payoff contestant is Jackie M. of Oradell, New Jersey. She'll win a $100 Acme Markets gift card for every homer the Yankees hit in the second.
Pitch is lined deep but foul down the left field line.
Visit WFAN.com/Acme for your chance to hit it big this entire season.
Now here's the 1-1 coming to Donaldson. And the right-hander deals breaking ball, cut on him, missed 1 and 2.
That was a really good slider. That really had a late break. just disappeared.
Here's the 1-2. Another breaking ball. This one too far outside. So the count 2-2.
And Donaldson held up on that. As a matter of fact, Quinn Walcott asked Alan Porter if he swung, but he hung up. He held up. Donaldson with the pink bat, and he's got a pink belt on. To honor his mom.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on and pop foul out of play. Josh was Susan's guest on the leadoff man before the first game. There was no leadoff man before the second game. Anyway, it was a terrific interview about Josh and his wonderful relationship with his mom, who did so much for him. Single parent. Here's a 2-2. Grounded foul outside of first. Now the count holds 2-2.
You know, it's so great for these guys who's a single mother and abusive father, and so she brought him up herself. And one of the wonderful things, I can't even imagine how great he must feel when they live home in Alabama. He bought her a house near him and his wife and their child, and she's up here with them.
2-2. A ground ball toward the middle, going to be a tough play. Semien fields, throws, not in time. Made a heck of a play, though.
You know, terrific play, but Donaldson, even at mid-30s, he still gets down that line. That was Culberson who made that play, had to get out of the way of Semien. And he was indeed safe. He can still get down that line. But don't you always wonder what he must feel to be able to do that, to buy her a house near his wife and child and bring her up here? They live in Connecticut now. I mean, that's where they, and she's here. And it's
I think it's great. I think it's fabulous, great. Every time I read a story like that where a terrific athlete making a lot of money buys a home for his single-parent mom who did so much.
She worked 2 jobs.
Glaber hits a high fly to right center, and Garcia's right there to make the catch. And there's one away.
You know, it's just a wonderful lesson. It's just you keep going, and when it pays off, it's wonderful. I remember when Dylan Betances had a chance to go to Vanderbilt or sign, he signed with the Yankees instead of going to college because he wanted to buy his parents a house.
Terrific. Great story. Well, 1 on and 1 out. And here is kind of Falefa, who, if you follow the Yankees on a game-by-game basis, he is so valuable to the Yankees. Great move by Cash. Breaking balls outside. Kind of Falefa at 295, no homer, 7 RBIs. That doesn't tell the story, though.
No, does not.
He is playing a great shortstop for the Yanks, and with Rizzo at first base, it's become a plus. The Yankees were... Here's the 1-0 to kind of Falefa. And the pitch inside. The Yankees were there with Kansas City, the top of the American League in defense. Their offense is way up, and their pitching is number 1.
Kind of Falefa, the ex-Ranger, told me this morning, I want to do something great against them so badly. I want to beat them so badly.
Now here's the 2-0. And the fastball is high, 3-0. A fastball at 91, so he pitches around 91, 92, I guess.
And kind of Falefa, who started so badly, up to 295 now.
And here is the 3-0. There's a strike. Fastball at 91.
And sort of snuck that one in. That was his 4-seamer. Doesn't usually throw that, just 92. But if you're not looking for it, it just sneaks right by.
Well, they're taking too long getting together on whatever is flashed from Heim. So kind of Falefa 1 out. Now he's back.
I just think he's slow, Otto.
And the 3-1. is inside. So Kiner-Falefa is on.
And that's one of the things that you saw as soon as Kiner-Falefa started walking and started to be more patient. You know, when he first got here, wanted to do well so badly. He was practically coming out of his cleats. But
here is a fella who we have been watching and heard of for years. He was at one point probably a teenager. Not anymore. Esteban Florial. He's a left-hand hitter. Up as the 27th man in the doubleheader, which you're allowed. Runners lead at first and second, one out, and the pitch is a strike, 0-1.
See how old he is. He's 24 now.
Seems like a long time.
Well, it does, because he made his debut in 2020, but we'd heard of him. He was the number one pick for a long time. He was the number one prospect.
Pitch is hit on the ground to first. Low goes to second in time, no throw to first. So there's first and third and two men out. Donaldson goes to third. Florial on the fielder's choice is safe. So first and third, two out, and here is Jose Trevino.
Another ex-Texas Ranger, who the guy he's going to stand at the plate, and the catcher is the guy who took his job. But the Yankees are happy about that, because they just love this guy.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter what Trevino and Higgy hit. They're both terrific behind the plate.
And part of the reason that the Yankees pitching staff is number one, it really is. It's not in a vacuum. It's not just the guy throwing.
Trevino takes a pitch high, 1-0.
Still remember Joe Torre talking about when they got Girardi. And I remember asking him really early, but, he gave up a guy who's hit over 20 home runs. And Joe just said to me, the position is called catcher for a reason. Never forgot that. So long ago now.
Here's the 1-0. Runner goes. It was a breaking ball, no throw. I'll tell you, the Yankees are playing it differently. Of course, Florial has terrific speed anyway. So he steals second. The pitch, a breaking ball, was a strike.
And easily, really easily. He really is an amazing runner. He's very graceful and you just know that you're not going to get this guy out.
So here's the 1-1. Coming to Trevino, a base hit would mean two. And there's a breaking ball strike, and the count 1-2. Runners lead second and third. There are two men out. And here's the 1-2. Struck him out swinging to end the inning. No runs, one hit, two left. End of two, second game. Scoreless. On the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
In growing companies, there's two kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select 1-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $768, now $668. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plant offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
See the pros see. New York Presbyterian is the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Stay amazing, New York Presbyterian. Well, we go to the top of the third scoreless. Here is the veteran Charlie Culberson, infielder, outfielder, and has stayed in the bigs for years because he plays so many spots. And he swings and fouls at first base side out of play. Culberson is 6 for 25, no homers and 6 RBIs.
And Culberson was the number one pick from the Giants in 2007. He is 33.
0-1 is high, 1-1.
Played for the Giants, the Rockies, the Dodgers, the Braves, the Rangers. And as John said, these kinds of guys, until they don't hit at all, are always going to have a job as long as they play great defense and play all over the diamond.
1-1 is cut on him, missed 1-2. You know, one thing you have to say, he's only had 25 at-bats. But if you have 6 hits and 6 RBIs, I guess you're getting good hits.
Yep.
Ground ball toward the shortstop hole, grabbed by Kana Falefa, and then he lost the ball. Been a base hit anyway. So Culberson has an infield single.
And injury report brought to you by Rothman Orthopedics. To learn more, go to rothmanny.com. In case you missed it earlier, Tim Locastro has a strained muscle in his back, latissimus dorsi, and he'll be out for the 15 days. He is getting better. It would have gotten worse had he continued to play. What he did was hurt it. He was sliding into second base and then moved his arm around to get out of the way and pulled something in the back of the shoulder.
Well, here is the rookie Eli White. He's a right-hand hitter. In at third is Donaldson, and the breaking ball's there for a strike. White is 5 for 19, no homers and an RBI. Now here is the 0-1, and it's fouled back to the screen, so White behind on the count, 0-2.
And White's another one of these guys. He's 27 years old. A's number 11 picked out of Clemson. He's a shortstop, second baseman, third baseman, and outfielder. So they've got a guy. They have a lot of teams of interchangeable players right now as they're building. They got their 2 big guys, Seager and Simeon, up the middle.
It'll be an 0-2 to the right-hand hitter. Breaking ball low, 1-2.
But they have a whole team full of guys that play everywhere.
Now, here is the 1-2. And he cuts and misses. So White strikes out. 1 on and 1 out. Now back to the top of the order, and here's Marcus Semien.
And one of the things I love about what Montgomery is doing, he's got really nice pace, and he's thrown 30 pitches, and we've got 1 out in the third inning, which is really good, because if Montgomery gets into trouble at all, it's because he throws too many pitches.
Semien struck out his first time, and the pitch cut on and missed. Well, we see, obviously, everyone pitch every game. And Montgomery does nothing but pitch well. It's just amazing. He has no wins. It'll be an 0-1 to Semien. Culberson, the runner at first. And the pitch is lined to right field, right at Stanton, who flips it back in. They're 2-way.
And really seemingly in control. Got the breaking pitch really moving. As I said, nice pace. And that's you can always tell with Montgomery. Because when he stands around and thinks about it, and he knows it, he says it too, when he stays aggressive, he's in much better shape. When he stands around and thinks about it, he also, one of these guys, goes right with his catcher. He's very trusting of his catcher.
Here is Garcia with 2 outs, and he takes a pitch low. The third inning brought to you by Spectrum Mobile. Switch and save with Spectrum Mobile. Nationwide 5G included. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com. Now here's the 1-0. Yeah, strike, fastball strike. And the count 1-1. 2 outs, a runner at first. That's Culberson. Adalis Garcia, the hitter. Yankees won the opener 2-1 on a walk-off home run by Gleyber Torres. As Montgomery deals, cut on him, missed. The count 1-2. This game is scoreless. We're in the top of the third. Montgomery's 1-2. First to throw to first base. Tomorrow was an open date, obviously with the 2 straight rain days. The ball game is played tomorrow. And here's the 1-2 to Garcia. And they pick the runner off. Rizzo throws to second. There's the tag. And Culberson is out. So it's a caught stealing. 1-3-4. Culberson out. Okay. 1-3-4. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left. Now, at the end of 2.5, no score, on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a fun outdoor space. Get cooking with our Charbroil Performance Black 4-burner gas grill at a special value. Was $249, now $199. And add a pop of color with our 2 for $16 select 1.5-gallon basic annuals hanging baskets. Make the most of spring and create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Annuals offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Valid 5/5 to 5/11.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
Fans, come on out to the stadium on Sunday, June 5th, when the Yanks take on the Tigers in a special 11:30 a.m. start. First 25,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees collectible cup, courtesy of Premio Foods. Get your tickets today at Yankees.com.
Now to the bottom of the third. We are scoreless. And Aaron Hicks, the leadoff hitter, will do just that. Lead off for the Yanks. Hicks, he walked his first time and stole second. And the pitch is low, 1-0. Hicks, Judge, Rizzo in the Yankee third. And the 1-0, that pitch outside, 2-0.
Otto can be a little, I think the word is deliberate.
The 2-0, there's a strike at the knees, 2-1.
We have another Yankee connection, our buddy Connor Foley, who covers Scranton, the AAA team, for the Scranton paper. put out that Glenn Otto and Josh Pettit went to Rice together, and Josh was in Glenn's wedding. A little Yankee connection there.
The 2-1 is grounded foul at home plate, 2-2.
Everybody's connected. Everybody.
Well, it is true. I find it fascinating, especially when you read old baseball books, you know, like Marty Appel's great one on Casey Stengel. He sees the same people going up.
That's exactly right.
I mean, it really is 6 degrees of separation.
Thank you, Connor. John and I got to meet Connor Foley for the first time in spring training. He was down there. Terrific. He knows more about the minor leagues than any human being I've ever met in my life.
Terrific reporter.
And has been listening to us since he was 6, which really tells you how long we've been doing this.
No wonder he's fouled up. Well, it'd be a 2-2 to Hicks. And the pitch low inside. And the count 3-2.
As a matter of fact, he said, John, he got your autograph when he was 6 or 7 years old.
And that still didn't stop him, so good for him. Otto takes a long time between pitches, but pitches very carefully, too, as he deals 3-2, and it's low. That is his third walk, and he's hit a batter. But, of course, you can do one or the other. You can walk people, or you can give up hits. You can't give up both. Well, you can give up both, but you won't be winning. So Hicks is on again. Walk number 3 off Otto. And here is Aaron Judge, who flied to right his first time. Now, the right-hander ready to pitch to Judge, and the pitch is a strike. 10-second station ID on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
WFAN and WFAN-FM at HD1, New York.
An Odyssey station.
It'll be an 0-1 to Judge. Hicks leads off first, no one out in the Yankee third. And the pitch, a breaking ball outside, 2-0. Let me change the count, 1-1.
Okay.
Throw to first base, and Hicks is back. Remember, Hicks stole a bag in the first inning. Hicks getting a very good lead at first base. And draws another throw as a result. We are coming to you live from the Provident Bank broadcast booth. Provident Bank. Commitment you can count on. Visit provident.bank and learn more. Oh boy, Otto takes a long time, doesn't it?
Not next year, we won't.
Especially for a young pitcher.
Oh, my goodness.
There's the 1-1. And good fastball, a little low. And the count 2-1.
Well, Connor Foley described him as deliberate, so obviously he was doing it at Scranton, too. When is that pitch clock going in? Next year?
We hope.
Oh, man.
They need it.
Well, this guy needs it. And in case anybody thinks it's just a few minutes, they're knocking at least 20 minutes off these games.
Pitch is low, and the count 3-1.
I mean, 20 minutes is a lot.
Yes, it is. They are knocking that off.
It's in the minor leagues. They're using it now. And it's so funny because everybody screams and yells about everything. Ball players adjust. They always have. They've adjusted to the new rules. They've adjusted to all kinds of things.
Now 3 infielders are on the left side for Judge. The 3-1 is a check swing foul. Actually, Judge was trying to get out of the way of the pitch and it hit his bat. So the count full 3-2.
See that again. He was just trying to back out of the way.
Now let's see if the Yankees sent Hicks. I would. He might steal the base anyway.
He might anyway, and Otto is so slow. Doesn't look like he has a really good move over to first. He's just kind of throwing over there.
Well, here is the 3-2. And Hicks is going. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. First base out of home plate. But as if you run on one, you should run on them all, as I mentioned. There's nothing the defense can do.
Also, you know something, John? And this is only Otto's third start, and they've got people starting to stretch out there already. So, and he's at 45 pitches, so he must be on some kind of pitch count because he's done really nothing wrong. But they're not going to because they're already warm and starting to get people stretched out in the bullpen.
So Hicks should be running here from first and draws the throw.
Oh, the crowd hates it when they throw over, don't they? He's taken long enough. They don't want to. It's cold out there. It's probably in the 40s by now. Very chilly. It's going to get warmer starting tomorrow. By the time the team goes to Chicago, it'll be really great.
Right. We'll be in Chicago.
Which is supposed to be great there, too, I'm told.
3-2 is high. Hicks was going. So it's a walk to Judge. Judge, it's just leaving the batter's box.
Well,
did they call it a strike? I don't get it. He threw and no one covered second. And Judge is walking back to the dugout. They must have called that a strike. Let's look at it.
All right, let's take a look at this again. He got up and he threw, and Judge just stood there. We're going to look at this again. It was on the outside part of the plate. Was it a strike?
Well, it has to.
It has to be, but it didn't look like a strike, and Judge didn't think it was a strike. We don't get a vote. Neither does Judge.
Here is Rizzo. Three infielders are on the right side. Hicks gets a stolen base, his second stolen base of the game, and Rizzo takes a pitch in the dirt, 1-0. They're getting ready in the Texas bullpen. No one's pitching yet, but they're running up and down. And the 1-0 is a breaking ball strike. Hicks gave a great bluff to go to third. And the third baseman is Andy Ibanez, and he is playing wide at third, but not especially. He's there. He's getting near the bag to be ready for Hicks.
I'm going to give you a stat, which I never thought I would ever say, that was just on the Yankees Yes broadcast.
Now here's the 1-1. Grounded to first. Lowe will take it himself. Hicks goes to third. So 2-A and a runner at third, please.
Your New York Yankees have 17 stolen bases in 27 games. When was the last time I ever put a stat like that on the air with the Yankees and stolen bases?
I would say Ricky had to be here. I wasn't here in those days.
That's right. Yep. Well, that last time was Ricky was here last time in '89. You had just come. That was he was only here for half a year when you got here.
Well, here's Stanton. Pitch high. You know how they always say, and we know this, that in those 3-for-1s or 4-for-1s, look at the team with the one. They got Ricky Henderson. The Yankees got Polonia, Cadaret, and Plunk.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's the 1-0 to Stanton with a runner at third and 2 out. And there is a strike by Otto. It was a fastball right on the outside corner. His fastball is remarkable in that he throws about the same speed, 90, 91, 92.
And hasn't gone over that at all. That four-seamer can be 92, but that sinker's about 90. Same arm action.
Now here's the 1-1. Caught on him. Breaking ball down, and the count 1-2.
And you always go with the guy who's known by one name. I mean, you didn't have to say Ricky who.
No. 1-2 on Stanton. 3 infielders on the left side. And the 1-2 is a breaking ball way outside. Another count 2-2.
So he's already at 53 pitches, and a lot of them are, a lot of his breaking pitches, they're not close. They're not missing by just a smidge. No. They're way outside or way low or way inside. Also does not have great mechanics. Falls off the mound.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on, hit high in the air to left center. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone into the bullpen. A Stantonian home run. A long, high drive. You didn't know how far it would go because it was hit so doggone high, but it went into the bullpen. A 2-run home run for Stanton. Giancarlo. Non si può stopparlo. Now he hits a 2-run jack, and the Yankees take a 2-0 lead.
And that's his 6th homer of the year. And you know why you didn't know whether that was going out? When I'm telling you the flags are blowing in at wind gusts. You heard me say that Garrett Cole said the crosswinds out there are awful. And this pitch was up, and it was about a little over the belt high, and he's watching it, too, to make sure. And it keeps going and going and going. And that had to be hit really, really hard to get out that high with this wind coming in.
Tells you how strong he is.
Oh.
Huh? So it went up, out, and finally came down into the bullpen. Here's Donaldson. And the breaking ball is high. Well, that was the first Yankees home run of the game, brought to you by Kia. Visit Kia.com. Discover movement that inspires. For Stanton, home run number 6. He has 19 ribbies, and the pitch is high. And the Yankees themselves, who used a lot of different lineups, but boy, the middle three, well, now he starts with the 2-hitter. That's the new middle 3 in baseball. Anyway, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, that's pretty good.
Would you like me to tell you how far that went?
Yes.
461 feet. And that's with the trajectory, because they do that. It's not just straight, so probably as high as it was far.
It really was. And as you say, it had to fight its way through the wind.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the 2-0 to Donaldson. And there's a strike. The third inning is brought to you by Spectrum Mobile. Switch and save with Spectrum Mobile. Nationwide 5G included. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com. Donaldson takes a pitch low in the count 3-1.
You know, like Hicks, Donaldson really knows the strike zone, doesn't he? Very good at it. He really does. They have 5 people stretching and doing arm circles. We have no idea which one is going to start to throw. There's 5 of them out there.
Donaldson hits one right on the screws to Ibanez at third. A line drive that Ibanez caught just before it hit the ground. Well, the Yankees in the inning get 2 runs on 1 hit. No one left. Now, in game 2, at the end of 3, Yankees 2, the Rangers nothing on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select 1-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $7.68, now $6.68. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plant offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
In growing companies, there's two kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
From Grubhub's glossary, Euphoria, the total bliss of food meeting your mouth and your expectations. As in, one bite of fettuccine sent Kevin into an overwhelming state of euphoria.
Mamma mia, that's good.
Satisfy all your food moods with Grubhub. On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
Hasta la pasta.
Now to the top of the fourth. Yankees do have a 2-0 lead in game 2. They won the opener 2-1. And there is a strike to Garcia. Garcia was up when Culberson was caught stealing. That'll be an 0-1 to the right-hand hitter. And there's a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. And the count 0-2. So Montgomery has 2 runs with which to work, which is rare. And deals 0-2. Grounded to third. Donaldson behind the bag. The long throw in time and a great scoop by Rizzo. Well, he is money in the bank.
And that's what we were talking about when I told you that Rizzo said to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, just throw it, I'll get it. That was a very tough play for Donaldson. Gets up, sets himself, but didn't even have to really sit and see where I'm going with the ball. Didn't have to aim it. Just throw it. He'll get it. And he did.
So there's one away on the 5-3, and that will bring up Seager. Hitting to a fielder's choice his first time. Lefty to lefty, and the pitch caught on a miss. The top of the fourth inning, sponsored by Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Book a relaxing massage or facial after the game. 0-1 is inside. 1-1.
See, look at the difference that all this makes with this defense. That was a close play, but if maybe it's not Rizzo, you know, it was a tough play, but you got a guy at first base.
There's the 1-1. Caught on and missed. Slow breaking ball, 1-2.
How many times have we seen the difference between first and second, 1 out, or nobody on and 2 outs?
Yeah, well, he's fabulous and helps the whole infield pitch. Struck him out swinging, breaking ball. So they're a 2-way. Strikeout number 3 from Monty. One thing, Susan, we see it because we see it with the naked eye. The team has changed. They play much better defense, and their pitching is flat out terrific. Their starters, every start has been very good to really good. And you notice it when you give up a couple of runs. He gave up 2 runs. So 2-way, and here is Jonah Heim, the catcher. And there's a fastball strike on the outside, 0-1. Monty has only thrown 43 pitches, and there are 2 outs in the 4th inning.
See, this is a great performance just because of that.
Pitch is grounded in the infield to Glaber. A little flip to first. So that's the end of the inning. He's thrown 44 pitches in 4 innings, or 11 pitches an inning. You can go a long way on that. No, 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers, and at the end of 3.5, 2-0 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
The Red Sox are back, and we have a brand new Red Sox podcast for you. What's up, everyone? I'm Steve Peralt.
And I'm Joey Capone.
Our new podcast, Inside the Monster, gives you a behind-the-scenes pass to all things Red Sox.
From player and personnel interviews to tons of vlogs and video content from Fenway and other parks around the league, we'll have you covered all season long.
Get ready for 2 new shows every week. Listen and follow Inside the Monster on the Odyssey app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Make this baseball season even more enjoyable with the Mike Francesa podcast and same-game parlays at Bet Rivers Sportsbook. Create your perfect combination all season long as you bet on your favorite teams. Place your bets with Bet Rivers. Download the app or go to betrivers.com. Must be 21, playable in New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NEW YORK or text HOPENY.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
To the bottom of the 4th, Gleyber Torres, the hero of Game 1, will lead it off. The bottom of the 4th inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. Cars with a K, to donate your car today. And the pitch is low. One thing we noticed in the dugout between innings, Donaldson went right over to Rizzo to say, in effect, thank you.
And hugged him. A lot of hugging on this team. Hugged him.
There's the. Well, he made a great scoop of a low throw. And 1-0 to Gleyber, fly to right his first time. And there's a strike from Otto, who has hit 60 pitches. Now, the 1-1 is a breaking ball in the dirt. He held up. And the count 2-1.
And those 5 people who were in various degrees of stretching, they've all sat down. It's kind of interesting. As John said, he's at 62 pitches now here. 4th inning, that's a lot of pitches for 4 innings going into the 4th.
So here is the 2-1. And the right-hander's 2-1 is a breaking ball. I guess he held up. So the count 3-1. Yankees have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th in Game 2 on the 2-run home run by Giancarlo. 3-1, swung on and hit in the air to deep left field. That ball is high. It is far. It is caught right at the wall by Solak. Actually, I thought the ball was going to go. Maybe the wind stopped it. That could be. He hit it pretty hard. Solak caught it at the end of the grandstand where it meets the visiting bullpen. So there's one away. And that will bring up Kiner Falefa.
And he really bumped right into that wall. He couldn't have gotten back another step, but didn't really even have to jump for it. And I would guarantee you the wind held that one up.
Kiner Falefa takes a breaking ball low. Well, Yankee fans, let's get real. Mike's amazing mayo and mustard want to know if you're a real fan of the Yankees, like Kevin L. from Queens, New York. Pitch outside. Just tell us why, and you could win a special broadcast booth experience at the stadium. Register today at WFAN.com/Mike's Amazing Real Fan. Now here comes the 2-0 to Isaiah. There's a strike at the knees. Yankees have a 2-0 lead here in Game 2 in the bottom of the fourth. Yankees won the opener 2-1 on Gleyber's walk-off home run in the ninth. Pitch, there is a breaking ball strike. 2-2. Now the 2-2 is swung on and hit in the air to shallow center. And coming in is Garcia to make the catch. He called up Culberson at the last moment. So they're two-way.
Isn't it funny how pitchers can come out the next inning and he settled down nicely after that rough third inning. Gotten fairly easy outs here.
Here's Florial.
Gleyber's went a long way, but hasn't thrown a lot of pitches. He was hitting .272 with 10 runs scored and 8 stolen bases at AAA Scranton. That was before he got called up today.
And the pitch to Florial is a strike. And the 0-1 swung on, hit in the air to center field. Back is White on the track, makes the catch midway on the track, right in front of the loading dock, just in left center, just off of the retired numbers in Monument Park. So the Yankees go down 1-2-3, hit a couple of long fly balls, but no dice, and at the end of 4, 2-0 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select one-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $768, now $668. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plant offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
In growing companies, there's two kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
Back to the Grubhub spelling bee.
Word is enthusiastic.
Repeat in a sentence, please.
She was enthusiastic as her Grubhub order of tempura rolls looked and tasted crispy.
Enthusiastic. ENSUSHIASTIC. Enthusiastic. Woohoo!
On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com for details.
Well, Jordan Montgomery has thrown only 44 pitches in 4 innings. Tough to throw less than that. It's 11 pitches an inning. And here is Nick Solak, a right-hand hitter, to lead it off. We go to the 5th inning. Yanks have a 2-0 lead. And Montgomery deals just outside 1-0. And you know, the Yankee pitching, sometimes we don't mention it, which frankly we should. As Montgomery is ready to deal 1-0. Cut on a missed breaking ball down. And the Yankee pitching today, Susan, continues to be Yankee pitching. They've given up 1 run in a doubleheader.
Spectacular. Just spectacular.
Here's the 1-1, and the pitch low and away, 2-1.
And, everybody's saying, well, if you want to be a naysayer, well, look who they're doing it against. Well, they did it against Toronto, too.
Yeah, that's not really true of baseball, though. It is true of other sports. Baseball, bad teams beat good teams all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the 2-1. Strike, fastball, outside corner, 2-2. Just the sheer volume of games. If you're the best team, you probably lose 60. And if you're the worst team, you probably win 50. And here's the 2-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, 3-2. Solak, Lowe, and Ibanez. Righty, lefty, righty for the Rangers in their 5th. Now here's the payoff. And it's high, ball 4. So Solak is on.
Well, I think he hit him, actually. They just announced hit batsman.
Ball didn't drop. Must have grazed him.
Let's see if we can see that again. Yeah. Off the elbow guard. Went right into the mat of Trevino. Right into the mat of Trevino. Mitt.
Here's the left-hand hitter, Nathaniel Lowe. And there's a strike. The 5th inning brought to you by Elec 825, building our bounce back. Now the 0-1, that was a fastball strike, 0-2.
This actually, and you just said that this was pitch number 52. I don't think he's been this economical so far this year.
0-2 is grounded foul at home plate. Yankees won the opener 2-1. Glaber hit a home run in the 9th inning to win it. Now here comes the 0-2. A half swing. Did he go? He did. So Lowe strikes out. And that is the 4th strikeout for Monty. 1-on-1 out, and that will bring up the right-hand hitter, Andy Ibanez. Ibanez, a right-hand hitter, and he hits a high pop foul off first, and it's going to make the seats. And the count 0-1. I don't know what the numbers are on the streak. I'm not good at that. The Yankees, of course, won 11 in a row, and I think at that point they had won 13 out of 14. Anyway, now it must be 14 out of 17. Anyway, they're playing very, very well. It'll be an 0-1 to Ibanez. And he fouls at first base out of play. 0-2.
Let's see. Yankees, even with the loss the other day, 11 of their last 12, 13 of their last 15.
And now that they won the opener, so 14 of their last 16. I wish it to them. Played 14-2 the rest of the year. Now, here's the 0-2 to Ibanez. And pitch lows, breaking ball down and in. 1-2. Now here comes the 1-2. Solak leads off first. Ibanez just stepped out. Well, here's the 1-2. And a throw to first. Susan, do you recall in our youth, when we were Utes, that they always called this a big Sunday doubleheader?
Yes.
Frank Messer was on the air once. He turned to me, and we had known each other for a long time in Baltimore. Well, first of all, here's the 1-2. And the pitch is popped up to shallow right. Glaber on the angle toward the line makes the catch two-way. Anyway, he was doing a promo, and then he turned to me and said, why is it always a big Sunday doubleheader?
Because that was the day of the week where you got 2 for 1.
Right.
In those days...
in those days, way back, they had a lot of days off because they played doubleheaders all the time.
Right. Sunday, and the games actually started at 2 when I was... And you'd have a doubleheader because the games were so short, you'd be home for dinner.
Yeah. In old days. Well, two-way, here is Culberson. And he fouls at first base side out of play.
Culberson, great note on the board. He's played 7 different positions in his major league career, including 6 games as a pitcher. I mean, obviously didn't start, but... So he's pitched in 6 different...
But he's the go-to guy when they're in trouble.
Right.
0-1 on Culberson. The pitch cut out and missed. 0-2.
Overall, the years that we've been doing games, Louis Soho did it a few times. Wade Boggs pitched a great inning in Anaheim, all knuckleballs. Nick Swisher did a great inning. He threw a lot of knuckleballs, too. Who else? Can you remember anybody else?
I can't remember the guys who pitched well.
Those are the ones I remember doing it.
I remember the Boggs one. Now, here's the 0-2. And the pitch is popped up to first. Rizzo is there backing up to make the catch and end the inning. Jordan Montgomery's overpowering today. Normally, you never say that of a guy who doesn't throw hard, but he's dominant today. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. Into 4.5, 2-0 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a fun outdoor space. Get cooking with our Charbroil Performance Black 4-burner gas grill at a special value. Was $249, now $199. And add a pop of color with our 2 for $16 select 1.5-gallon basic annuals hanging baskets. Make the most of spring and create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Annuals offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Valid 5/5 to 5/11.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
Now the bottom of the 5th. Jose Trevino leads off for the Yankees. Yankees have a 2-0 lead on a 2-run Stanton home run. And the starting pitcher still out there for Texas, Glenn Otto. And the pitch is A strike half swing called by Alan Porter, the crew chief at first.
Now someone's warming up in the Texas pen.
This will be Otto's 73rd pitch. And Trevino takes a strike. He struck out his first time. The count is 0-2.
And I think that's Garrett Richards. Looks like them. Yeah, it is Garrett Richards. Former starter, all kinds of injuries, was with Boston last year.
The breaking ball is outside 1-2. Now the 1-2 is a breaking ball low, 2-2.
Trevino also has the pink bat, also has the pink belt, and pink batting gloves, that hot pink.
It'll be a 2-2 to Trevino. A little ground ball to short. Fielded by Semien. He throws to first, one away. Now one down. Here is Aaron Hicks. Hicks has been a good little leadoff man. He has walked twice, and he has stole 2 bases.
And you can see why he loves being a leadoff man. I mean, it's not complaining that he's in the lineup, but he loves that spot.
And takes a strike on the outside corner. Our friends at Clinton Honda provide us with the Somerset Patriots Prospect Pipeline. Today's featured player, outfielder Blake Perkins. There's the 0-1 to Hicks. Half swing at a breaking ball. Did he go? He did not. On the count 1-1. Remember, the Somerset Patriots are a Double-A affiliate of the Yankees. So check them out at milb.com/Somerset. Here is the 1-1. Ground ball in the infield. This is Semien to throw him out. There are 2 away.
So if this is his last inning, he's going to hit 90 pitches next. He's had a 1, 2, 3, 4th, and 1, 2 so far here in the 5th.
Now here's Aaron Judge. With 2 outs and no one on. Judge has flied out and struck out and takes a strike at the knees on the outside. Actually, Glenn Otto has pitched very, very well.
He has.
He gave up a 2-run homer, and that happens. He's only given up 2 hits. It'll be an 0-1 to Judge. And the pitch outside, and the count 1-1.
And I'm sure Otto will tell you that his mistake is the walk to Hicks before the 2-run home run. I mean, that was a shot by Stanton. That's
now the right-hander ready to go. And the pitch caught on and missed in the count 1-2 on Judge.
He threw him a changeup there.
You know, one thing, he's pitching a 2-hitter against the Yankees, and his only problem is that his team hasn't scored any runs.
Right.
Now, Otto will deal 1-2 to Judge. And he hits a high pop foul, first base out of play.
and you can see why the Rangers think that it'd be good. He's not number one starter, but he's got the makings of actually probably a pretty good starter.
I would think so, yeah. Well, it'll be a 1-2 to Judge. With the bases empty, 2 men out. Bottom of the fifth, Yanks have a 2-0 lead in game 2. Pitch is fouled back. Yankees won the opener 2-1 on Gleyber walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth.
You know, it's interesting. We've seen 2 of the Rangers starters. Neither one of them throws hard. Isn't that odd? Usually there's maybe one guy on a staff, if any now, that doesn't throw hard. They just have 2 of their starters don't throw any more than 90. He's hit 91 or 92, but Dane Dunning didn't.
And the pitch to Judge is fouled, same spot, first base side.
Odd.
Judge takes a few moments before digging back in. And the right-hander will deal 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. Booted by Semien. Throws to first, and it is just in time. So that will do it for the inning. Yankees go down 1-2-3. And now at the end of 5 innings of play, 2-0 Yanks. On the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Unite.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select 1-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $768, now $668. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plant offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
From Grubhub's glossary, Euphoria, the total bliss of food meeting your mouth and your expectations. As in, one bite of fettuccine sent Kevin into an overwhelming state of euphoria.
Mamma mia, that's good.
Satisfy all your food moods with Grubhub. On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
Hasta la pasta.
Come on out to the stadium Friday, May 20th, when the Yanks host the White Sox and celebrate an all-time Yankees favorite. It's Andy Pettitte Bobblehead Night, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance receive an Andy Pettitte bobblehead, courtesy of Delta Airlines. Get your tickets today at yankees.com/tickets.
Now to the top of the 6th inning, Jordan Montgomery is pitching a 2-hit shutout. Here's a 9th hitter, the rookie outfielder Eli White. He's a right-hand hitter. And the pitch is inside 1-0.
Driver on the League brought to you by Hyundai. It's your journey. Own it with Hyundai. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. These are all finals. White Sox beat the Red Sox 3-2.
There's the 1-0. White drives one to right field and deep. Back goes Stanton on the track, and she's gone into the first row. So a home run for Eli White. Stanton went back as far as he can go, and it landed in the first row in right field. For Eli White, his first home run, his second RBI, and the Yankee lead is now 2-1.
Went 342 feet.
So the Yankees won the first game 2-1. Now they're leading the second game 2-1. And the pitch is high to Marcus Semien.
Playing a doubleheader in Baltimore. Kansas City beat the O's in the first game 6-4.
Pitch a strike.
Baltimore leading KC 3-1, top of the fourth. Final in Cleveland. The Guardians beat Toronto 4-3. Final in Houston. Houston won their seventh straight, beating Detroit 5-0.
Pitch, a high fly ball to right center. Stanton is underneath it. He makes the catch, and there is one away.
Minnesota sent Oakland to their ninth straight loss, beating the A's 4-3.
Oh.
Oh?
Oh, well, I wanted you to give the score first. And here is Garcia with one out, no one on. And Montgomery deals, and it's fouled off. The O was that the Yankees got great help all over the league, but Tampa Bay had a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the ninth, and Seattle just put up a 1. Garcia is 1 for 2. And the pitch is fouled away. In other words, Toronto lost and Boston lost, and now Tampa is tied.
And Washington is leading the Angels 4-2. Philly beat the Mets 3-2 in the first of two, and in the second game, Mets all over the Phillies 6-1, bottom of the seventh. Beat Alonso, homers number 6 and 7.
The pitch is cut on and missed. So Garcia strikes out, and they're 2 away.
See, Atlanta beat Milwaukee 9-2. Cincinnati over Pittsburgh. They actually won a game. Colin Moran, 2 homers, 1 a grand slam, 6 RBIs. The Cincinnati beats Pittsburgh 7-3.
Now 2 down. There's Corey Seager. Lefty to lefty, pitch is grounded to first. Rizzo to field, flips to Montgomery in time. And so in the inning, 1 run, 1 hit, and no one left.
I have one score left. Miami is leading San Diego 2-0 on 2 solo home runs, one by Alex Rodriguez, his nephew, who was just called up. His first major league at bat, Joe Denard, hit a home run.
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. So in the inning, 1 run, 1 hit, no one left. At the end of 5.5, 2-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a fun outdoor space. Get cooking with our Charbroil Performance Black 4-burner gas grill at a special value. Was $249, now $199. And add a pop of color with our 2 for $16 select 1.5-gallon basic annuals hanging baskets. Make the most of spring and create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Annuals offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Valid 5/5 through 5/11.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
And the new pitcher for Texas is 33-year-old Garrett Richards, who is signed to come out of the bullpen, the Texas Rangers here. 33 years old. We saw him mostly with the Angels, always was hurt, and was with the Red Sox last year making a comeback. Slider, fastball, and changeup, and I do it in that order because he throws more sliders than anything else.
Here's Rizzo. He grounds it foul at home plate. Glenn Otto pitched a terrific game. He's pitching in Yankee Stadium, and he went 5 innings, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. Hicks hit a home run, and Hicks hit a walk, excuse me. Stanton, a 2-run home run in the third. That's it. That's all off Glenn Otto. Rizzo takes outside. Very promising pitcher.
Yeah.
In fact, Dane Dunning also pitched a terrific game. The Yankees won the opener 2-1. They're winning the nightcap 2-1. And Rizzo hits a high pop down the left field line, and it will be caught right in the corner. Beautiful catch by Nick Solak. It was a foul ball, but as he caught it, he landed up against the sidewall. So there's one away.
And so Dane Dunning got to Texas courtesy of Lance Lynn going to the White Sox, and Glenn Otto got to Texas courtesy of Joey Gallo coming to the Yankees. So when you're building a team, that's what you have to do.
Well, here is Giancarlo, who is 1 for 2, and the pitch is high, 1-0. And by the way, that's all Seattle got. So they go to the 10th inning, tied at 1. And Stanton lines one right to first base, right into the glove of Nathaniel Lowe, 2-away.
That was a blur. He hit that so hard. It was a blur, and Lowe put his hand up, and he just made a face to second baseman Charlie Culberson like, wow. He just put it up. He had no idea the ball was there.
Right. He did, as you say, hit a blur. He hits it so hard. And that's how he's able to hit a home run with the winds howling.
If that was a cartoon, they'd have smoke coming out of the glove.
Yeah. Donaldson is the hitter with 2 outs. And he grounds it foul behind the plate. Here's the 0-1. And the pitch missed outside. 1-1. Now the right-hander deals. Cut out a missed 1-2 on Donaldson. The Speed Report brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line, the official freight carrier of the Yankees radio network. Learn more at odfl.com. Old Dominion, helping the world keep promises. And it'll be a 1-2 to Donaldson. And the pitch, strike 3 is called to end the inning. Now the Speed Report. Giancarlo's home run, his exit velo was 113 miles an hour. Young man is strong. So 1-2-3 go the Yanks. And at the end of 6 innings of play, it's 2-1 Yanks on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
The baseball season is underway.
Swung out and belted. Watch live baseball coverage on MLB Network with live games all season long and live look-ins, breakdowns, and analysis every night on MLB Tonight. And with MLB Network on your TV, tablet, and mobile device, you can catch the all-day action every day your way on MLB Network.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select 1-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $768, now $668. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plant offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
To the top of the 7th in Game 2. The Yankees won the opener 2-1 on Glaber's walk-off home run in the 9th. Here, they lead 2-1 on Stanton's 2-run home run, offsetting an Eli White home run, his first Major League home run. Here is Jonah Heim. He hits a ground ball to third, fair, over the bag for a base hit. And on his way to second is Heim. He'll be there easily with a double. A ground ball that was right over the bag, hitting a perfect spot. So there's the tying run at second with no one out.
And Michael King has just gotten up. And you can't do anything about that. And here comes, is this Booney?
Yeah, I think it's Booney.
I think so, too. I didn't see.
You know, he gave up a ground ball. I know there are reasons, and you have Michael King out there. But actually, all it was a ground ball, just happened to go over the bag at third.
And this call to the bullpen is brought to you by the New York Lottery. The newest scratch-off games are on sale now. Nice hand for Jordan Montgomery. Try your luck today, and you could bring home a win.
In growing companies, there's two kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
I'm Matt Spiegel, and I'm the host of the brand new podcast, Beat the Streak Daily. Every weekday this Major League season, I will update the state of Beat the Streak. The rules are simple. Each day, pick 1 or 2 players you think will get a hit. And if they do, your streak continues. Sounds doable, right? But so far, it's been impossible to win. And with millions of dollars on the line, no one has ever gotten to 56. Subscribe now to Beat the Streak Daily, wherever you get your podcasts, and play Beat the Streak for your chance to win $5.6 million.
Back to the Grubhub Spelling Bee.
Word is enthusiastic.
Repeat in a sentence, please.
She was enthusiastic as her Grubhub order of tempura rolls looked and tasted crispy.
Enthusiastic. ENSUSHIASTIC. Enthusiastic. Woohoo!
On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
O'Reilly.
This is Derek's O'Reilly Auto Parts story. After the 3rd time jump-starting my car, I finally realized my battery was dying. So I stopped by O'Reilly to have it checked. They tested it right there in the parking lot. It was bad, real bad. But they helped me find the right battery for my car and even installed it for free. Now my car starts like new.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
And that call to the bullpen brought to you by 877 Cars for Kids, the easy way to donate your car. Donate today at Cars for Kids. Well, the last 7 games, Michael King, 13 2/3 innings, no runs, 6 hits. Get this, 2 walks, 20 strikeouts.
Whoa. A 10-to-1 ratio. Let's see. This is interesting. Cole Calhoun comes up to hit for Solak. How will they play it? Now with Cole Calhoun up, you figure he's swinging away. And if he pulls a ground ball, gets a run to third anyway. So King comes in, and here's left-hand hitting Cole Calhoun, who takes a pitch high. Heim, the catcher, leads off second after his double. And the pitch is high, the count 2-0. And by the way, Tampa did not score in the top of the 10th. So now they go to the bottom of the 10th, and Seattle will have the quote-unquote ghost runner at second base. Now here's the 2-0 to Calhoun. And he pops it foul, third base side out of play. And the count 2-1. King's fastball then was 95. Calhoun was the one in the 2-1 loss by Texas in the first game. He homered right down the right field line for his first home run of the year. Now here's the 2-1 from King. And the pitch high, 3-1.
Talk about veterans trying to reclaim their career. The lefty, Matt Moore, is in the Texas pen.
Now here's a 3-1. Caught on a miss, 3-2.
We first saw Matt Moore when he made his debut with the Tampa Bay Rays. They traded him, got injured, so had all kinds of injuries. Another one, I thought he was going to be a great left-handed starter for years.
Yeah.
Remember?
Sure do. Well, it'd be a 3-2 to Calhoun, who steps out. Heim leads off second with the tying run. We're in the top of the 7th. No out. Pitch is high. So Calhoun walks, and now Texas has 2 on and no one out.
Uncharacteristic from Michael King. I just gave you the stat in his last group of games, 2 walks and 20 strikeouts. So that is unlike him.
And the first walk by the Yankees in the second game. I didn't give you King's or Montgomery's line because he's responsible for Heim. 6 innings plus, to this point, 1 run, 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, no walks, and 1 hit batsman. Well, here is Nathaniel Lowe, a left-hand hitter. He cuts and misses. Lowe has flied out and struck out. And in the opener, he got the golden sombrero with 4 strikeouts. First and second, no one out in the 7th. The tying run is at second. The go-ahead run's at first. Now here's the 0-1. Strike, fastball, inside corner, 0-2. A right-hand hitter's on deck, Andy Ibanez. Now here comes the 0-2 to Lowe. And the pitch cut out and missed. Well, that's 6 strikeouts in a doubleheader. So there's 1 out. And here is the right-hand hitter, Andy Ibanez, who has flied out and popped up. Ibanez is a right-hand hitter. He's got first and second with 1 out. And the breaking ball is a strike in the count 0-1. And he was given on that breaking ball. Another breaking ball. This one high in the count 1-1.
Missing a little with that curve. He usually does not do that. He keeps blowing on his fingers, too. It must be a lot colder. Let's see what the temperature is now.
No overshift, by the way. They're playing Ibanez straight up. First and second, 1 out pitch is foul down the right field line out of play. Now the count 1-2. Now here comes the 1-2 to Ibanez. Runners lead off first and second. Pitch is hit on the ground weakly to second. Flip it to short one. On to first. Not in time. It's a very weak ground ball. Yankees did all they could. So going to third is Heim. Safe at first on the fielder's choice is Ibanez. And forced for 6 is Calhoun. Anyway, first and third, 2 men out. And Culberson was due. They're going to send up they're going to send up Brad Miller. So they send up the left-hand hitter Miller. Matt Blake comes out to the mound to chat about how they're going to pitch to him. Matt already has his hand over his mouth.
And he's got that heavy jacket on. Must be cold in there. And another great stat by our friend Katie Sharp. Cole Calhoun is the first left-handed batter to reach base, not by an intentional walk, against Michael King all year.
Wow. And, you'd say, well, put in your lefties against King. Whoa. That would tell you not to.
No, well.
And they're putting up a lefty, Brad Miller.
It's got such a great curve, but.
By the way, Katie Sharp, thank you for listening and helping us out.
Well, I think she's putting him out there. I'm just following her along.
Okay.
I don't think she's doing it on purpose.
Oh, she's no Chrissy Ackert.
No. Well, Christy's actually here.
Yes, she is here. So Miller hits for Culberson.
My eyes and ears when I was working from home. Christy Ackert, who actually could see the bullpen.
Runners lead first and third, 2 men out in the 7th. And the pitch is a wild pitch, and the game will be tied. They got the throw to home plate, but it was late. So, again, Montgomery doesn't get a win. Isn't that funny? It's too bad for him. He pitches great all the time, just can't get a win. So the wild pitch scores Heim.
And that really was a wild pitch. It bounced, it took a left turn, bounced in the batter's box, and went underneath Trevino's glove.
And, of course, Ibanez goes to second. Now, there's the go-ahead run. And Miller swings and hits a long fly to right center field in the alley. And this one is gone and into the bullpen. It's a 2-run home run for Brad Miller. Oh, that's quite a pinch hit. And he came up to pinch hit, hit a 2-run home run off King. And Texas now takes a 4-2 lead.
Well, we had talked for Brad Miller's third homer of the year, and it's 406 feet in the exit field, 107 miles an hour. And we talked about Brad Miller, and that's what he does. He hits home run. As long as we have seen him, his best position is bat, and he hits home runs. And boy, poor Jordan Montgomery. Well, he hung one. That was about belt high. That was a mistake, and it was in the Yankee bullpen.
And if you say what happened to King, he can't be perfect all the time. Very few of us are. So, Anyway, 3 runs are in the inning, and Texas now takes a 4-2 lead. And the pitch is cut on and missed.
And, John, you have to admit that's why Brad Miller keeps signing with teams. That's exactly why.
Zach Rex is the hitter. He's hitting for White in a lefty-righty switch. It'll be an 0-1 to Rex. Pitch cut on and missed. That is a good reason. The left-hand hitter, first of all, and he hits home runs, and you hope you get away with him playing in different positions. Probably first would be best. So Rex hits for Eli White, who also homered earlier in the game, and the pitch is outside.
You got to feel for Jordan Montgomery. You just do.
He pitches so well all the time and has, quote-unquote, nothing to show for it. Oh, here's the 1-2. There's a strike 3 to end the inning. So Texas gets 3 runs on 2 hits and leaves no one. And at the end of 6.5 innings of play. It's 4-2 Texas on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a fun outdoor space. Get cooking with our Charbroil Performance Black 4-burner gas grill at a special value. Was $249, now $199. And add a pop of color with our 2 for $16 select 1.5-gallon basic annuals hanging baskets. Make the most of spring and create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Annuals offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, valid 5/5 to 5/11.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
MLB Network brings you closer to the game. Watch MLB Tonight, baseball's show of record for breakdowns, analysis, and look-ins to live games.
Oh, Harold, will it get down? It will!
Then Quick Pitch zips through the highlights from every game and gives you a look ahead, all in one lightning-fast hour.
Another historic performance on Wednesday night.
Watch MLB Tonight every night and Quick Pitch late nights and every morning, only on MLB Network. Go to MLBNetwork.com to find your channel number.
From Grubhub's glossary, Euphoria, the total bliss of food meeting your mouth and your expectations. As in, one bite of fettuccine sent Kevin into an overwhelming state of euphoria.
Mamma mia, that's good.
Satisfy all your food moods with Grubhub. On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
Hasta la pasta.
O'Reilly. Improve your gas mileage and save money with Fuel System Cleaner from O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Cleaner for just $10. Plus, earn double O Rewards points and get your next reward even faster. For a clean, lubricated, more efficient fuel system, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Well, we got some changes. Rex will go to left field. Garcia moves from right to center. Let's say who's in right, though. Brad Miller stays in and is at third base, and Ibanez is at second base. Cole Calhoun is in right. Could see that. And pitching is Matt Moore, the lefties. And if you wonder about, and I was looking up because, John, there's nothing but righties coming up, and he is a lefty batter. He's got total reverse splits this year. Righties 1 for 26 off of Matt Moore, the lefty, and lefties 5 for 15.
Well, here's a right-hand hitter, Gleyber Torres, and he takes a pitch in the dirt. Richards went an inning. He went a perfect inning. 1 inning, no runs, no hits, 1 strikeout, no walks. Now here's the lefty, Matt Moore. And the 1-0 is low 2-0. By the way, you know Seattle won that game.
Oh, wow.
They scored a run in the 9th to tie and a run in the 10th to win, and they beat Tampa 2-1. So the Yankees have had tremendous help in their division. And it'll be a 2-0 to Gleyber, and the pitch inside, and the count 3-0. Toronto lost, Tampa lost, and Boston lost. So there.
Yeah, Matt Moore, when we saw him with Tampa, fastball, great changeup.
He deals a strike. That was the fastball at 93.
Yeah, he still has that four-seamer. He's throwing a great curve, evidently. He did not make the team out of spring training. He was an early call-up and has been great since he got up. Had a tough first game or so, but has been terrific since then.
Now here's the 3-1. Hit on the ground to short. And Semyon throws to first, one away. Now one down, and that will bring up Kiner Falefa. Come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, June 3rd. The Yankees will play the Tigers, and we'll have one of the hottest promotional nights of the year. Aaron Judge bobblehead. The first 18,000 guests in attendance receive an Aaron Judge bobblehead courtesy of T-Mobile. So get your tickets today at yankees.com/tickets. And the pitch is inside to Kiner Falefa. Who has walked and fly to right. Hey, look, the Yankees have no offense in this game. They have 2 runs on 2 hits. And there's the 1-0. And it's fouled down the right field line. The Yankees scored their runs on a walk to Hicks and a 2-run home run by Stanton. The only other hit was an infield single by Donaldson. Now here's the 1-1 coming to Kiner Falefa. Pitch inside, and the count 2-1. It'll be a 2-1. And the pitch is low. 3-1.
You know, I asked some of the Texas people about Abreu. Remember Albert Abreu is over there now. Well, he's on the injured list with an ankle injury. He has 10 walks in his last 4 games.
Whoa. He can throw hard, though, but they have to throw strikes. Here's the 3-1, and it's high. So the Yankees will now send up Marwin Gonzalez to hit for Florial. And I'm not sure of anything, but I imagine that Gonzalez will go to left and they shift Hicks over to center. That's pretty easy.
That sounds right.
So Gonzalez comes up. He is the tying run.
And here comes the pitching coach out to talk to Matt Moore.
Wearing the heavy coat, I might add.
Well, he's doing all the talking. Matt Moore just shaking his head up and down, nodding his head. Okay.
You know, Seattle beat Tampa. And in baseball, it's unlike the other sports, as I mentioned earlier, maybe in the first game. Bad teams beat good teams all the time. Anyway, Seattle was 1-9 in their last 10. Tampa was 8-2. So Seattle tied them in the 9th and won in the 10th. And the pitch to Gonzalez is high, 1-0.
You know how quickly it all turns around? Seattle got off to an unbelievable start. And everybody's saying, maybe this is the year, they're finally going to get to the playoffs. It changes in a nanosecond.
Because you play every day. And when you get into a bad streak, it's a streak. Here is the 1-0 to Marwin. He cuts and misses, throw to first. Nothing going on. Till the count 1-1. Here, the Yankees trail 4-2 in Game 2. They won the first game 2-1. And with Kiner Falefa at first, Marwin Gonzalez is the tying run.
Matt Moore made his Major League debut, that's how long ago this was, 2011 with the Rays. He's been with the Rays, the Giants, the Tigers, the Rangers, the Phillies, and now back with the Rangers.
Here's the 1-1. pitch low. And, you reeled off that list of teams. Everyone willing to take a chance on a lefty, has a good arm. It's a very tough sport.
Yep.
It'll be a 2-1 to Gonzalez. And the pitch cut on him, missed on a change. And the count 2-2. On deck is Jose Trevino. But I would think that would change. Yankees have Gallo on the bench. LeMahieu on the bench. Well, it'll be a 2-2. I think especially if Gonzalez gets on base, then you'd have 2 on and 1 out. And you really might use one of your pinch hitters. If you don't, you have to save him for the 9th. Now here's the 2-2 coming to Marwin Gonzalez. Switch hitter batting right. And a throw to first base. Now the lefty is ready to go, and the 2-2 is cut on and missed. Struck him out swing on a breaking ball. So they're a two-way, and with 2 down, Trevino is going to come up. And they will save LeMahieu and Gallo for the 9th inning.
And that was a great curveball. I told you that he got worked on a curveball. Spring training, came up, worked on it before he got called up in late April. That was a beauty. That ended up on the ground.
So here is Trevino to hit for himself. And the on-deck hitter is Aaron Hicks. Breaking balls in the dirt. So Aaron Hicks on deck. Who's on deck? Is brought to you by On Deck, America's largest online small business lender. Apply today at ondeck.com. Now here's the 1-0. There's a strike. Poured in the fastball, 1-1.
By the way, the 7th inning stretch was brought to you by the New York Presbyterian. See the pros see. New York Presbyterian is the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Throw over to first base. Well, I wonder why he's throwing over to first base. They have a 2-run lead. Even though Kiner-Falefa can steal second, it wouldn't behoove him to try. They're down by 2 runs. Now here's the 1-1. Caught on a missed 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, hit in the air to left. And that ball is going to be dropped in for a base hit. How do you like that? Reeks came in and then stopped, and the ball fell right at his feet. So the Yankees have first and third, 2 out. Obviously, you run on 2 out. And so Kiner-Falefa went all the way to third. Give Trevino a base hit to left. And here is Hicks with first and third. And 2 men out. And we will call this the window of opportunity. That's brought to you by Window Rama. Let your project be their passion.
Well, Trevino broke his bat. He was running halfway to first with the handle of the bat in his hand.
So here's Hicks with the tying runs on. Hicks, the go-ahead run. Trevino off, Kiner-Falefa off third. Trevino off first. Breaking balls inside, 1-0.
You know, I know it's the fallacy of the predetermined hit, but if Isaiah Kiner-Falefa had stolen second base, he scores on that.
Oh, yeah. Easy because it's a pop fly and he's running.
Yep.
So here's the 1-0 to Hicks. And the pitch inside 2-0. Hicks in very good hitting position here, 2-0. With Judge on deck, you figure he wants to throw a strike. Three infielders on the left side for Hicks. The 2-0, there's a strike. The count 2-1. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. So Hicks still ahead on the count 2-1.
Aaron Hicks 2 for 18 with runners in scoring position this season. Love one here.
Here is the 2-1. And the pitch, a breaking ball's in the dirt.
Dennis Santana is up again. He was up twice in the first game.
One more bad one to Hicks. The Yanks would have the bases loaded. Then a single could tie the game. And the hitter is going to be Aaron Judge. First of all, Hicks has to get on. Runners lead first and third, 2 out. Here's the 3-1. And it's high, ball 4. One thing about Hicks, he can draw walks.
So that's his third walk of the game, and here comes Chris Woodward. And they're going to bring in Santana. And this call to the bullpen is brought to you by Provident Bank. Commitment you can count on. Visit provident.bank to learn more.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select 1-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $768, now $668. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plant offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
MLB Network brings you closer to the game. Watch MLB Tonight, baseball's show of record for breakdowns, analysis, and look-ins to live games.
Oh, Harold, will it get down? It will!
Then Quick Pitch zips through the highlights from every game and gives you a look ahead, all in one lightning-fast hour.
Another historic performance on Wednesday night.
Watch MLB Tonight every night and Quick Pitch late nights and every morning, only on MLB Network. Go to MLBNetwork.com to find your channel number.
And the new pitcher is tall righty Dennis Santana. Santana is great with inherited runners. That's why he's in. He's a ground ball machine. He's thrown 3 double play balls in 6 innings, sinker, slider, and change.
So the Yankees send up Aaron Judge with the bases loaded, 2 out. The base runners are Kiner-Falefa at third, Trevino at second, Hicks at first. A base hit should tie the game. And the extra base hit, well, we'll see where it's hit. So the righty Santana ready to pitch to Judge, and the pitch is outside 1-0. Judge 0 for 3. He's flied out, struck out, and grounded out. The oddity is that Trevino is the guy you'd want a pinch run for, but they really don't have anyone on the bench. So Castro's on the on the DL. There is the 1-0. Swung on and hit high in the air to left, not deep. Coming in is Rex, and he makes the catch to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 3 left. Now at the end of 7 innings of play, it's 4-2 Rangers on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Back to the Grubhub Spelling Bee.
Word is enthusiastic.
Repeat in a sentence, please.
She was enthusiastic as her Grubhub order of tempura rolls looked and tasted crispy.
Enthusiastic. ENSUSHIASTIC. Enthusiastic.
On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
This is Derek's O'Reilly Auto Parts story. After the third time jump-starting my car, I finally realized my battery was dying. So I stopped by O'Reilly to have it checked. They tested it right there in the parking lot. It was bad, real bad. But they helped me find the right battery for my car and even installed it for free. Now my car starts like new.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Make this baseball season even more enjoyable with the Mike Francesa podcast and same-game parlays at Bet Rivers Sportsbook. Create your perfect combination all season long as you bet on your favorite teams. Place your bets with Bet Rivers. Download the app or go to betrivers.com. Must be 21, playable in New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NEW YORK or text HOPE-NY.
Well, as we suggested, Marwin Gonzalez stays in the game in left field. Hicks moves over to center. So the Yankees have Wandy Peralta's in the bullpen. Michael King is still on the hill. And the Yankees trail 4-2, top of the 8th. Here is Marcus Semien, and takes a pitch low, 1-0. Here's the 1-0, and the breaking ball is outside, 2-0.
Brett Martin now warming up for Texas also. So 2 lefties warming up, one for the Yankees, one for the Rangers.
Here's the 2-0 coming to Semien. And the slider's outside, 3-0.
And this is an uncharacteristic day for Michael King, who's not throwing enough strikes. Very uncharacteristic. We gave you his stats before.
Well, you can't be perfect all the time.
Right.
And it's true of them and the Yankees as well. Here's the 3-0. And there's a strike on the outside corner. And the count 3-1. Now here's King's 3-1. And it is fouled off on the ground, third base side, 3-2. Now, here is the 3-2 to Semien. He swings and misses high fastball, one away.
Great, that's his third strikeout. Swung right through it.
Third strikeout, 8 by Yankee pitching. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Yankee Stadium. Buy and manage game tickets, unlike offers, exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Now one away, and here is Garcia. He's a right-hand hitter. And the pitch is blooped to center field. It's a base hit. Kind of hit it off the thumbs. So Garcia is on with a clean single to center. His second hit of the game. And that will bring up Corey Seager. And also it will bring out Aaron Boone out of the dugout.
And this call to the bullpen is brought to you by the New York Lottery. The newest scratch-off games are on sale now. Try your luck today, and you could bring home a win.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select 1-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $768, now $668. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plant offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
In growing companies, there's two kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
I'm Matt Spiegel, and I'm the host of the brand new podcast, Beat the Streak Daily. Every weekday this Major League season, I will update the state of Beat the Streak. The rules are simple. Each day, pick 1 or 2 players you think will get a hit. And if they do, your streak continues. Sounds doable, right? But so far, it's been impossible to win. And with millions of dollars on the line, no one has ever gotten to 56. Subscribe now to Beat the Streak Daily, wherever you get your podcasts, and play Beat the Streak for your chance to win $5.6 million.
And that call to the bullpen also brought to you by 877 Cars for Kids, the easy way to donate your car. Donate today at carsforkids.com. Wandy Peralta in 8 1/3 innings. The only problem, he walks as many as he struck out, 4 walks and 4 strikeouts, ERA of 2.16.
And Michael King went an inning and a third. To this point, he's given up 2 runs, responsible for Garcia at first. And previous to this, in 18 innings, King had given up 1 run. So I'm sorry, it happens. 1 1/3, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Peralta goes over to first base to check on Garcia. And Texas has a 4-2 lead here in Game 2. Yankees won the opener 2-1. The pitch is popped high in the air, foul off third. A long run for Donaldson, and it lands in the stands anyway. Don't forget the shift is on for the left-hand hitter, so Donaldson was playing over near second. Now the 0-1 is grounded to second. Flip it to short. There's the only out they'll get. So it goes 4-6, and they're a 2-way. And on the fielder's choice, Seager is at first. And with two-way, here is the catcher, Jonah Heim, switch hitter, batting right.
Must really be getting cold down there because Glaber's got that mask up covering his entire face except his eyes.
Well, I think it's cold down there. The pitch is low on the count 1-0.
Cold up here. Flag still blowing in, gusting 30 miles an hour, they say. Right, straight in. How did Garrett describe it before? Howling crosswinds.
Throw to first base. Nothing going on. You know, players, managers, etc., hate doubleheaders, and there's one reason why. The pitch cut on him. This good change by Peralta down and away. Because you split doubleheaders. They don't want to lose a game. And this one is headed toward a split. The Mets did have a split with the Phillies. Here's the 1-1. And the pitch low, 2-1.
Yeah, it's a rarity. It really is a rarity to win a doubleheader. And how many times did we remember when you just think back? The Yankees won the first game 16-2, lost the nightcap 2-1.
All the time. Pitch cut out and missed. Another change from Peralta. We're in the top of the eighth. Texas has a 4-2 lead.
You know, and now it is very different because everybody uses their whole pitching staff all the time. 10 years ago, you didn't.
The 2-2 is fouled deep down the right field line, out of play. Well, they're so protective of arms. In the old days, talking about doubleheaders, the same guy might save both ends of the doubleheader.
And it's not even, when we're talking about old days, that's not that long ago. I mean, now, Mariano could have come in and saved both ends of a doubleheader.
Now here's the 2-2. And a throw to first base. Nothing happening.
But it's only been, within the last 10 years, probably less than that, where starters go 5 innings. And then they turn it over to the bullpen.
Here's the 2-2. A ground ball to second. And Glaber throws to first to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. Now, at the end of 7.5 in Game 2, 4-2 Texas. On the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a fun outdoor space. Get cooking with our Charbroil Performance Black 4-burner gas grill at a special value. Was $249, now $199. And add a pop of color with our 2 for $16 select 1.5-gallon basic annuals hanging baskets. Make the most of spring and create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Annuals offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Valid 5/5 to 5/11.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
New pitcher is the lefty Brett Martin. Let's see what he's got. Lefty, he is 0-2 ERA of 4.32. He's 8 1/3 innings, given up 8 hits, 4 earned runs. 4 walks and 7 strikeouts. Hitters hitting 242 off of Brett Martin.
And they bring in the lefty to face the lefty. Here is Anthony Rizzo. Santana pitched to one batter, got Judge out with the bases loaded. So 1/3 of an inning and all zeros. Rizzo takes a fastball strike, and we're underway in the bottom of the 8th inning. Texas trying to get a split. They lead the second game 4-2. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Yankees won the opener 2-1. And the pitch cut on and foul tipped on a breaking ball. And the count 0-2.
Tomorrow it'll be Nestor Cortez against the veteran John Gray. I haven't seen him. He pitched all these years in Colorado.
Oh, here comes the 0-2 to Rizzo. And he hits a high pop to shallow left center. Semien is calling. He makes the catch. And there's one away. Now, one down. Here is Giancarlo, who accounted for both Yankee runs with his 6th home run of the year back in the 3rd. The Yankees have been this unbelievably red-hot team. We've given you all the numbers. And today, they scored 2 runs in the first game and 2 runs in the second game. So now the pitch to Stanton's a strike.
We just got a shot in the dugout. Looks like one of the trainers, Mike Shuck, is trying to get a little, either a cramp or a crick in Aaron Hicks's neck. They're massaging that out.
0-1 cut on and missed. Off speed, and the count 0-2.
That was a great breaking pitch, wasn't it?
Now the 0-2 coming to Giancarlo. Struck him out swinging. Slow breaking ball. So there are 2 away, and that will bring up Donaldson.
Threw those 2 slow curveballs right in a row.
Good drop.
It really was. A beauty.
Donaldson has singled in 3 trips. That's another thing. Pitch is pop foul back. The Yankees have 3 hits in this game.
Wow. Amazing.
And one of them was Trevino's hit last inning, the bloop that fell in. Donaldson had hit early. Stanton had a 2-run home run. That's it. Now here's the 0-1. And the pitch is high, 1-1. But the saving grace for the Yanks, if they lose this game, is not over yet. But the saving grace is Toronto lost, Boston lost, and Tampa lost. I mean, the Yankees got everything they want. Here's the 1-1. And it's fouled back to the screen, 1-2.
Josh Spores is up for Texas.
Now here comes the 1-2 to Donaldson. And the pitch outside. Let's take 10-second station ID on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
WFAN and WFAN FM and HD1 New York.
An Odyssey station.
Here's the 2-2. And the pitch hit on the ground toward the shortstop hole. Grab the long throw, Semien. Perfect. And that ends the inning. a 1-2-3. And at the end of 8 in Game 2, 4-2 Texas. On the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
At Avocado, we deliver on a simple promise. Better for you, better for the planet. We handcraft our certified organic mattresses with organic latex and wool from our own sustainable farms. For top-rated support and naturally cool comfort. Feel the difference between Avocado's eco-luxury mattresses yourself. Visit our Flatiron location on 5th Avenue to experience our organic and natural products, or to simply just take a nap.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
Springtime is project time at Lowe's. Give your exterior new life with the new HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Everlast. Paint plus primer in over 3,000 colors. Our most durable exterior paint can be applied in just 1 coat. And don't worry about keeping it clean. Dirt and residue easily rinse away when it rains or when you simply spray it with a hose. Start your outdoor refresh today with HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Everlast. Lowe's. Home to any budget. Home to any possibility. U.S. only.
Now to the 9th, Wandy Peralta stays in. Wandy got the last 2 men out in the 8th. Texas has a 4-2 lead as they're within 1 inning of getting a split on the doubleheader. And here is left-hand hitting Cole Calhoun to lead it off. Now Calhoun gets in the batter's box and Peralta ready to go. And the first pitch of fastball inside, 1-0. The pitch is lined to left field, softly on the ground. It just about gets to the outfield grass for a base hit. Why? Because there was a shift on. Oh, Calhoun swung inside out and hit, I guess, kind of a humpback liner. Never got more than a few feet off the ground. It landed in the dirt and rolled onto the grass. So a leadoff single.
And those kinds of hits, he's got a big smile on his face. So he's talking to Rizzo. You know, somebody's there, he's out.
Here's another left-handed, Nathaniel Lowe. And there's a strike. Lowe has struck out in the doubleheader 6 times.
Wander's using that four-seamer a lot since he's been in. Got that one up to 95.
And the pitch is dribbled right back to Peralta, who goes to first. For the second out, for the first out, moving to second is Calhoun. So a runner at second, 1 out. Here is Andy Ibanez.
Joe Barlow, their closer, is up in the pen. Barlow, I believe, is 3 for 3 this year already. He was 11 for 12 last year, 3 for 3 this year, all in the last week.
The hitter, right-hand hitting Andy Ibanez. And the pitch is low, 1-0 from Peralta.
You know, we think of Peralta as that great changeup, which he does have, but he's throwing 94, 95 out there.
Which is really great because when coupled with that change, that's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch is low. And the count 2-0. Now Peralta will deal 2-0. And the pitch is hit high in the air to center. Hicks goes back to make the catch, and they're 2 away. Going to third is Calhoun. So 2 outs, a runner at third, and here is a left-hander to Brad Miller, who got the big blow in the game. He had a pinch hit 2-run home run to break the tie and put Texas up by 2. Miller, a left-hand hitter. And he backs out. Now he steps in. He bluffs bunt and takes a strike. Rangers with a 4-2 lead as they are trying to get the split of the doubleheader. And Peralta deals low. The Mets and Phillies split. Baltimore has a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 7th in Baltimore, and if Baltimore wins, they would split. And if the Yankees don't score 2 runs in the 9th, they would split.
And there are so few people here that you can actually hear Quinn Walcott yelling back at the Ranger bench. Said, "I heard you the first time."
Pitch is low. A breaking ball low, and the count 2-1.
Well, Matt Moore was extremely upset with him. He thought he was getting squeezed, so he started yelling, and now Chris Woodward is yelling. But there were so few people here that we actually heard Quinn Walcott up here. Weird.
Weird, and a very good crowd mic.
No, that was loud. Our crowd mic's inside. It's right there.
So it'll be a 2-1. And the pitch is grounded foul at home plate, 2-2.
There are still some hardy souls here that made it this way, all the way through. Some are wrapped in blankets.
Yeah, I wonder when the weather's going to change.
When we go to Chicago.
Oh,
okay. It's going to start day after tomorrow. By Thursday, it'll be great.
Pitch is cut on and missed on a breaking ball to end the inning. I mean, this is the lusty month of May, you know. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Now, at the end of 8.5 innings of play, 4-2 Texas on the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a fun outdoor space. Get cooking with our Charbroil Performance Black 4-burner gas grill at a special value. Was $249, now $199. And add a pop of color with our 2 for $16 select 1.5-gallon basic annuals hanging baskets. Make the most of spring and create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Annuals offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Valid 5/5 to 5/11.
Avocado, we deliver on a simple promise. Better for you, better for the planet. We handcraft our certified organic mattresses with organic latex and wool from our own sustainable farms. For top-rated support and naturally cool comfort, feel the difference between Avocado's eco-luxury mattresses yourself. Visit our Flatiron location on 5th Avenue to experience our organic and natural products, or to simply just take a nap.
Well, we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Yankees won the opener 2-1. It was tied at 1, bottom of the ninth, and Gleyber Torres homered to win it. And here, Brad Miller hit a pinch hit home run to give Texas the 4-2 lead. Stanton hit a 2-run home run for the Yanks earlier. And the Yankees have done very little with the bat in the second game. They only have 3 hits. 2 runs, 3 hits. Well, here is Gleyber again to lead it off. The Yankees are 2 runs down as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. And here is Joe Barlow, and his first pitch is outside 1-0. That was 93. Now, the right-hander 1-0, outside 2-0. The slider was way outside. Now, Barlow will deal 2-0. And the breaking ball is high, 3-0. Well, one thing, the Yankees can't extend this game unless they get a man on base. They're down by 2. So here is Gleyber ahead 3-0. And the 3-0 is a strike on the outside corner, 3-1. Isn't it amazing? Joe Barlow comes in the game and with a 2-run lead, and he throws 3 straight balls. Then he has to throw a strike. He does. As some managers have told me, see, he can throw a strike. So here's the 3-1 to Gleyber, and the pitch is low. The Yankees got what they needed, a man on base, and now they send up the tying run. Well, here's Falefa. Now on the bench, the Yankees have Gallo and LeMahieu. We'll see how Aaron Boone plays it. Falefa is hitting for himself. And Marwin Gonzalez comes out on deck. The right-handed Barlow ready to pitch. And throws a fastball right down the pipe for a strike. That was 93, so apparently he throws about 93. Yankees down by 2, 4-2, bottom of the ninth inning. And Gleyber Torres at first with no one out. And the 0-1 is outside, 1-1. Now the right-hander ready to deal 1-1 to Falefa. And the pitch is high, 2-1. Gonzalez is on deck. They have shown some scenes in the Yankee dugout where Gallo is twisting around trying to get himself loose, and where LeMahieu has that concentrated look on his face. So I'm sure they'll be coming up at some point. Here's the 2-1. And the pitch is foul back first base side. So the count 2-2. Just in case Aroldis is up in the bullpen. Oh, here comes the 2-2. And the pitch is high, 3-2. Barlow doesn't throw strikes. Because here, you really want to throw strikes. So it'll be a 3-2. The Yankees would love ball 4. Then the tying runs would be on base with no one out. Now here is the 3-2. Big pitch in this game. And the right-hander Barlow ready to deal. Struck him out swinging on a high fastball, one away. It was a high fastball. Was it a strike? I think it might be. Now Joey Gallo will hit for Gonzalez. And LeMahieu is already on deck to hit for Trevino. Now the Royals will visit the mound. Doug Mathis is the pitching coach, but Susan said he was out. The co-pitching coach is Brendan Segura. He's been out of the mound. He leaves now. After all, Joey Gallo played so many years in Texas. Gee, you think they know him? So just going over how they want to pitch to him. But that isn't the whole thing. The thing is, can the pitcher throw a pitch in that spot? So here's Gallo. He's the tying run as he stands in. Tall, strong lefty hitter. And the right-hander deals. There's a strike. Kind of an off-speed breaking ball. Gallo, as he digs in the tying run, it's 4-2 Texas, bottom of the ninth. Gleyber Torres at first with one man out. And the pitch is high, and the count 1-1. There's the 1-1 from Barlow. Caught on a missed breaking ball, and the count 1-2. So you might have deduced that Brendan Segura went out there and said no fastballs. It'll be a 1-2 to Gallo. Here comes the 1-2. And the pitch is popped foul behind the plate, out of play. Well, one thing I will say, everyone knows, well, they're not going to throw him a fastball, off speed, a lot of breaking balls. But one thing, you can hang a breaking ball. They always say in the dugout, man, you can't hang a fastball. So here's the 1-2 to Joey. He's the tying run with Gleyber leading off first. Texas a 4-2 lead, bottom of the ninth with one out. And the 1-2 is outside, 2-2. LeMahieu is already on deck. He will hit for Trevino. If the game continues, I guess that Texas could pull off a double play. Now here's the 2-2. Swung on, A high fly to shallow right. Calhoun comes in, and he makes a catch 2-way. So 2 down. The Yankees' last hope is DJ LeMahieu. So LeMahieu stands outside the batter's box, just about ready to dig in. Yankees trailing 4-2, and they have the runner at first base at Gleyber Torres. So LeMahieu, the tying run as he stands in. And Barlow ready to go. And there is a strike on the outside corner. If LeMahieu reaches, Aaron Hicks is on deck. Now the 0-1 to DJ. Cut on a miss. Fastball up. That was 92. No, the count 0-2. He struck out kind of Falefa on a fastball up as well. So the Yankees down to their final strike. The right-hander Joe Barlow ready to deal 0-2 to LeMahieu. And he wastes a pitch in the dirt. Breaking ball in the dirt. So the count 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 to DJ. Torres off at first. LeMahieu, the tying run in a 4-2 Texas game. The pitch is swung on and foul, first base side out of play. (4-2) Texas, bottom of the ninth with 2 outs. Yankees have a runner at first, Gleyber Torres. And LeMahieu looking at a 1-2 pitch from the closer Joe Barlow, a right-hander. And Barlow deals, and it's outside, and the count 2-2. It'll be a 2-2. LeMahieu digs back in. Now Barlow is set about chest high. And the 2-2 is foul back. So again, we'll have another 2-2 pitch. Now, once again, it'll be a 2-2 to LeMahieu. Now, the right-hander is set, and here is the 2-2 to DJ. Swung on and line to center field right at Garcia. He makes the catch. Ball game over. Texas wins. So the Yankees and Rangers split a doubleheader. Yankees won the opener 2-1. The walk-off home run by Gleyber in the ninth. And Texas wins the nightcap 4-2 on a pinch-hit home run by Brad Miller. And those are the games. The Yankees win the opener 2-1. Texas takes the nightcap 4-2. And we'll get back with more in just a moment on the WFAN New York Yankees Radio Network, driven by Jeep.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select 1-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $768, now $668. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plant offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
From Grubhub's glossary, Cheuphoria, the total bliss of food meeting your mouth and your expectations. As in, one bite of fettuccine sent Kevin into an overwhelming state of Cheuphoria.
Mamma mia, that's good.
Satisfy all your food moods with Grubhub. On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
Hasta la pasta.
Make this baseball season even more enjoyable with the Mike Francesa podcast and same-game parlays at Bet Rivers Sportsbook. Create your perfect combination all season long as you bet on your favorite teams. Place your bets with Bet Rivers. Download the app or go to betrivers.com. Must be 21, playable in New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NEW YORK or text HOPE-NY.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
Well, a split doubleheader, and that's normally what happens. The Yankees win the opener 2-1. Texas takes the second game by the score of 4-2. And the Stanton home run, one of only 3 hits the Yankees got in the second game. But the Stanton home run, which scored both Yankee runs, we will call the Coupa Maximum Value Play of the Game. Unite the power of business spend management with Coupa, the most trusted cloud platform to maximize the value of every dollar your company spends. Learn more at Coupa.com. The Judge family of Interstate batteries has 99 reasons why Interstate batteries are the best. Reason number 1, Interstate is your battery for all of your auto, marine, and household needs. Well, the Yankees lose the nightcap by the score of 4-2. And here are the totals. For Texas, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors, they left 4. For the Yanks, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, they left 7. Garrett Richards in relief, the winner, 1-1. And Michael King in relief, the loser, he's 2-1. And Joe Barlow picks up his 4th save. With the victory, Texas improves to 11-15. And with the loss, the Yankees are 19-8. Once again, the final score, Texas 4 and the Yankees 2. The attendance, 40,714. And the time of the game, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Once again, the final in Game 2, Texas 4, Yankees 2. New York Yankees baseball is a production of WFAN in conjunction with the New York Yankees. Studio operations by Connor Green. Producer engineer in the booth is Matt Shortis. Executive producer Dove Kramer. Coordinating producer Robert Breck. And production assistance by Rick Roush. Now please stay tuned for Yankees postgame starring Sweeney Murdy. That's next. And for Susan Waldman, this is John Sterling saying so long from Yankee Stadium. In the doubleheader, the Yankees won the first 2-1. Texas came back to take the nightcap 4-2. And we ask you to please have a good night on the WFAN New York Yankees Radio Network.
New York Yankees baseball was presented by Jeep. Freedom is a feeling, and the best way to truly feel free is behind the wheel of a Jeep SUV. Find out what true freedom feels like today with great deals during Jeep Freedom Days. And also brought to you by RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. The New York City Vision Zero Initiative. Morningside Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Burden LLP Accountants and Advisors. Your local tri-state area Audi dealer. Black Bear Deli Meats and Cheeses. Dedicated to using fresh and simple ingredients. Visit blackbeardeli.com to find a local retailer near you. Switch and save with Spectrum Mobile. Nationwide 5G included. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com. Workman Circle Multi-Care Center. Baker Tilly. Now for tomorrow. The New York Lottery. New York Presbyterian. Official hospital of the New York Yankees. Hyundai and your local Hyundai dealers. And by the Global Lyme Alliance. Striking out Lyme disease at GLA.org. The Yankees postgame show is next on the WFAN Yankees Radio Network.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a fun outdoor space. Get cooking with our Charbroil Performance Black 4-burner gas grill at a special value. Was $249, now $199. And add a pop of color with our 2 for $16 select 1.5-gallon basic annuals hanging baskets. Make the most of spring and create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Annuals offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Valid 5/5 to 5/11.
Back to the Grubhub spelling bee.
Word is enthusiastic.
Repeat in a sentence, please.
She was enthusiastic as her Grubhub order of tempura rolls looked and tasted crispy.
Enthusiastic. ENSUSHIASTIC. Enthusiastic. Woohoo!
On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
Make this baseball season even more enjoyable with the Mike Francesa podcast and same-game parlays at Bet Rivers Sportsbook. Create your perfect combination all season long as you bet on your favorite teams. Place your bets with Bet Rivers. Download the app or go to betrivers.com. Must be 21. Playable in New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NEW YORK or text HOPENY.
The Yankees postgame show is brought to you by Burke Rehabilitation Hospital, a member of the Montefiore Health System. Laborers Local 731. Feel the power. Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Visit lovebethpage.com today. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today. Orlin and Cohen Orthopedic Group. We've got specialists for that. Mike's Amazing. The official mayo and mustard of the New York Yankees. Foxwoods Resort Casino. The wonder of it all. Provident Bank. Commitment you can count on. Elec 825. building our bounce back. And by Old Dominion Freight Line, the official freight carrier of the Yankees Radio Network.
Yankees settle for the split. The Rangers bounce back with the 4-2 victory in Game 2. The Yankees took Game 1 by the final of 2-1 on this Mother's Day doubleheader. This is the Yankees postgame show. I'm Sweeney Murdy, settling for the split. It's okay when you've run out to the kind of start the Yankees have gotten off to, 19-8, still in first place. You like to see the Yankees start hitting their way out of this because of what's happened over the last 3 games, although you recognize that the last 3 games have been separated, by several days in between. The Yankees played Wednesday in Toronto, had Thursday off, and then got rained out 2 days in a row, as you all know, which is why they played 2 today. So it's hard to group them all together. However, the last 3 games, the Yankees have been held to 13 hits and 5 runs. You'd like to see them bust out of this again, heading into an important couple of games against the Blue Jays, which, big division games against the team that's still right there. And it's the last time you see them in this little stretch here for quite a while. After playing them a number of times, 3 times last week, twice this week coming up. So you'd like to see them get the ball rolling a little bit here. The Yankees got a big clutch hit out of Gleyber Torres in Game 1 to win it. Failed to come up with that hit during the course of Game number 2 and ended up coming up a little bit short. Michael King touched up for the first time this season after really a spectacular start to the year for him. The 2-run homer, which could have been a 3-run homer, but he let another run into a wild pitch. Either way, he got touched up for the first time, and that cost the Yankees this ball game here, in addition to not mounting much of an offense again, held to 3 hits on the day. As I said, 13 hits, 5 runs over the last 3 games, although the asterisk there is how far apart those games have been separated. So that's what the Yankees are dealing with, and it's not as huge a cause for concern, as I said, when you jump out to the kind of lead that you've jumped out to on the course of the season. You just need to nip it in the bud quickly because you don't want to undo everything you did with the 11-game winning streak. I always think the season doesn't start until you have a streak and then move past it to see who you are. The Yankees have to keep putting wins up in some sort of bunches, not necessarily 11-game winning streaks, but to not, as I say, undo what they already did. We'll hear the highlights of the ballgame here from Susan Waldman, I believe, in the Clubhouse Report. And we'll also hear from Yankees manager Aaron Boone and more. Rangers win Game 2 by the final of 4-2. Highlights coming up next. This is the Yankees postgame show on the WFAN Yankees Radio Network.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for details.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, and it all starts with a beautiful outdoor space. Make it bloom with our select 1-quart Tropic Escape Mandevilla, 2 for only $10. And make it comfy with our Seacrest 7-piece dining set at a special value. Was $768, now $668. Create a season full of happiness at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Plant offer in-store only and excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, about 5/5 through 5/11.
From Grubhub's glossary, Euphoria, the total bliss of food meeting your mouth and your expectations. As in, one bite of fettuccine sent Kevin into an overwhelming state of euphoria.
Mamma mia, that's good.
Satisfy all your food moods with Grubhub. On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Terms apply. For details, visit grubhub.com/guarantee.
Hasta la pasta.
In growing companies, there's 2 kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers. And the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it, get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/homerun for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/homerun.
Make this baseball season even more enjoyable with the Mike Francesa podcast and same-game parlays at Bet Rivers Sportsbook. Create your perfect combination all season long as you bet on your favorite teams. Place your bets with Bet Rivers. Download the app or go to betrivers.com. Must be 21. Playable in New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NEW YORK or text HOPE-NY.
At Avocado, we deliver on a simple promise. Better for you, better for the planet. We handcraft our certified organic mattresses with organic latex and wool from our own sustainable farms. For top-rated support and naturally cool comfort, feel the difference between Avocado's eco-luxury mattresses yourself. Visit our Flatiron location on 5th Avenue to experience our organic and natural products, or to simply just take a nap.
Rangers beat the Yankees 4-2. The two teams split the Mother's Day doubleheader. Series finale coming up tomorrow. Originally an off day on the schedule, but the rain pushes the series finale back to Monday at 1:05. Nestor Cortez, John Gray, your matchup. Coming up, Susan Waltman's Clubhouse Report. You'll hear from Aaron Boone and more still to come. Right now, highlights of the game. They're brought to you by the New York Lottery. The newest scratch-off games are on sale now. Try your luck today, and you could bring home a win. First pitch in game number 2 was at 5:18. 57 degrees here in the Bronx, and your pitching matchup was Jordan Montgomery against Glenn Otto. But before we get into that, let's remember how game number 1 ended with Gleyber Torres walking it off for the Yankees.
Now here's the 3-1. Swung on and hit in the air to right. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone for the game-winning home run. One swing of the bat by Gleyber. It is Gleyber Day. And like a good Gleyber, Torres is there. He homers to right field and wins the ball game 2-1 in the first of the doubleheader.
And in game 2 of the doubleheader, the Yankees struck first, bottom of the third inning, a man on, 2 outs for Giancarlo Stanton.
Swung on, hit high in the air to left center. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone into the bullpen.